All right, all right. Yo, what's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Today we got a great JOJO PE Live Friday for you guys. It's gonna be popping. It's gonna be jumping. It's gonna be hopping. And I hope I'm living right now because hopefully everything's good. I think everything's good. I think you guys are here in the chat. What's good, everyone? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to talk to you guys about video games and more. Man, what a week. What a week in Switch rumor. Wow. 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 we've been woeing to extreme. This has been super woe. This has been woe max. Woe Mac. Woe Jack. But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to talk to you guys. Let's get into the shoutouts. Then we'll get into the topics. We got a lot of Switch stuff to go over. Gonna get into the exclusives versus console sales. That was interesting. I saw a lot of comments. I saw people responding to me on Twitter. I saw a lot of stuff, man. So we're gonna get into that conversation discussion. We've also got, of course, Q&A, like always. Gaming news, Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. We've got more Ease information. We've got a lot of stuff to go over. So yeah, it's gonna be great, man. I am very excited. Let's start with the what's it called? The shoutouts though. Big love to Partyman and Dior. Both of you guys here first, like always. Let's go. Shoutouts. Good to see Partyman here and Dior. Also, Paul Gale Network is here. What's up, Paul Gale Network? Welcome to the stream. Bead Queen, yo, shout outs to the homies rolling through. Let's go. Pizza Man's got 30 seconds, says Nin. Shout outs to Nin. The Pizza Man's got 30 seconds. That's it. CBH for God, what's up, brother? Welcome to the stream. Neo Geo Raiden, light it up. Setzers, what's up, man? Welcome. Mega Lee is here as well. What's up, Mega Lee? What is good? Neo, I've just been playing Neo Collection. Got to get back to that tonight, hopefully. If I have time, I'm going to try to see if I can get some Neo gameplay tonight. Neo, you really got to make a lot of time. It's not like really like a pick up and play game. Because it's like a Souls game. It's like an action RPG, Souls type game. So the levels can be pretty long. Except for like the submissions, but sometimes like you die. So you have to like, you know, start over and all that. So, but no, it's good. It's good. I've been playing Neo. Neo's fantastic. So yeah, play Neo. It's good. But what's up, guys? What have you guys been up to? Yeah, let me know what you guys have been playing. If you've been playing anything new, or if you've just been playing, you've already let me know. That's okay. Let me know what you guys have been up to. Old Budget Gamer says it's OJ time. Yes, sir. Wise Man says forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for a late pizza. At least, or cut back on the tip. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't give them a full range tip if they're gonna be super late with the pizza. I mean, that's what I say. No full range tip. Still give them a tip, but not that. I mean, depending on how late they are. Every minute they're late, you know, they lose 50 cents or something like that, you know. I've been back on Splatoon 3 recently, having lots of fun. Nice. Yeah, Splatoon's been good. They still, you know, doing some good stuff there. Dr. Birdie, Shaw X, Elements. Chris the Shredded up with the $4.99 on JoJo Freddy. Says, Merry Early Christmas, my dude. What's on your Christmas list this year? Oh, man. First of all, like, what do you mean by that? Like, what's on my Christmas list? Like, stuff to do? Yeah, we've got a big Christmas dinner. We've got opening presents. I'm going to stream probably early in the morning. My wife, she made, oh my God, she decorated the house beautiful. Oh my goodness. We got the Christmas tree up, man. It's not a real tree, but I don't care. It looks great. Fake trees look good. I got the fake Christmas tree up. Got the decorations. She's decorated the kitchen with little bows and ribbons. Man, we got the house looking super clean and nice. A lot of the renovations have been done, or like, not renovations, but like, oh yeah, kind of, but that's been done for a while, but now it looks really good. So yeah, it's good. It's good. And Psycho Pie with the double. Wow. JoJo.
Everyone do themselves a favor and go see Sonic 3. Yeah. It's a very solid movie.
Yeah, I've heard that it's really good. You know, the Fidels and the and the game cage and the, you know, Rogers Base and all the Sonic fans that I follow. They're all going, wow, Sonic, wow! So, Keanu Reeves, you know, obviously Shadow in there, so it's going to give it a certain edge. But yeah, man, awesome. Awesome stuff. And Psycho Pie, you're the resident Sonic fan here. Thank you for the big $20 Toby Blessed The Blaster, Udobudos Blast, more like it. Let's go. Shoutouts to Crystal Shiner Dog and Psycho Pie. You are now the Hokage and shooting the Psycho Pie. Anybody that's 20 or more, you be a Psycho Pie. Did you go dressed as Daisy? Cross-dressing as Daisy? Psycho Pie? Did you do that, or did you go as like the Batgirl from the Sonic? What's that chick? The Bat chick's name? Did you go dressed as her, or were you dressed as Amy Rose? Did you go like and you had like a hammer, like a mallet? And shoutouts to Jacob just back with the
JOJO Friday. Let's get crazy.
Yes, sir. JOJO Friday. Let's get crazy. The triple JoJos. Let's go. JoJo Fridays. Thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate it tonight. And Justin coming in with another 1992. Hey.
Just got home from work. I'm going to bed. Have a great stream, everyone.
Just got home from work. He said, man, I am going to bed. I am out of here. I am gone. Deuces. Deuces. Deuces.
JoJo boys.
Yes, sir. King Cagney with the Big 10. Then 7 Dio comes in with the $1.99. Says Chrono music, please. The blasphemous eponymous. Blasphemous eponymous is among us. So shout out to guys. I appreciate that. 67. We going the full distance tonight, boys and girls. We might have to extend it, get it like a double extension or something like that. We're gonna, don't worry. I got some big plans. New Year's plans. The stream is gonna be a little bit overhauled. Let's go. It's gonna be a little bit different. Let's get this Chrono music popping though. I know I'm a Sonic fan, but whatever, it's really good. I know, I was just messing with you. No, it's really good. Like, it's actually getting really good scores overall. It's getting good scores. So yeah, it's getting really good. It's getting really good scores. So I like it, man. I like it a lot. Chrono Trigger music. All right, yeah, it's getting good scores. Yes, sir. King Cagney, good to have you back, man. Thank you so much for coming through to the stream. I appreciate it. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Thank you guys so much, man. Appreciate that. Lego. 6 JoJo's already. We just started the night. Just started. On record pace. Let's go. Shout outs, guys. Appreciate that. Corridors of Time. Very good track. What's up, Take Move Center X on the pivot, the design for the choice Sonic made for the pivot on the design choice of the Sonic changed the movie game. It really did, man. Without that change, they would have not had all this success. I think that in that situation, that's when you actually listen to the fans. Like when you know that it's so bad that like your biggest fans are telling you this is terrible. That's when, yeah, you take the time, you redo it and make sure that it's right, 100%. Because a lot of Sonic fans, y'all don't even play the Sonic games for quality. Y'all just play it because it's Sonic, because of the way that he looks. So imagine if you go see a movie where you're not even playing it. You gotta look at it, and it looks like trash. It does not look like the Sonic that you know and love. Absolutely. You know, like, Sonic fans they just like the way Sonic looks, you know? So, there's one thing that you can't do in a Sonic game, is mess up the look. The game can be kind of dookie, but people will still play it, you know, most of the time. Not all the time. But sometimes, even if it's just like kind of good. With the movie, you can't even play it. So you got to make sure that the game or that the movie looks like what the fans want. If you don't do that, you're screwed. So that was a good idea, you know? Very good idea to make sure that they got that situated and set. So that's to everybody that dropped those donos though, man. I appreciate it. Let's keep rolling. Appreciate you guys. We got to get another there's a lot of JoJo's that came in. I'm gonna play another time though. We gotta play at least one more time. Let's go. Shout out. JoJo Fridays is here, baby. Let's go. My life is like a video game. Great. Shout outs to that. Shout outs to King Cagney. This song always gives me the feels. Quarters of Time. Chrono Trigger music just in general gives me all the feels. Yo, what's up, Dawson? What's up, Huddy? I like the first Sonic movie, but the second one sucked. I have to check out this new one. Hey, maybe third times. Well, you like the first one, so you should like that. Vad Set, what's up, baby? Welcome to the stream. My man, Felipe E, what's good? Welcome, Sweet Life Dio Brando. If I haven't said what up to you, make sure you say what up in the chat. Psycho Pie, once again, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Shout out to my Canadian brothers up there. My Ice brothers up there, up in Canada. Let's go. Shaw X. Yeah, Rogue the Bat. There you go. Rogue the Bat. Dank Meme is here. What's up, Dank Meme? Big love. Super Gaming. Yeah, we're not gonna spoil any of the Sonic movie, guys. No spoilers for the Sonic movie. I'm gonna go see it too. Or I need to still watch all the way through the second movie. And then I've seen the first movie. I didn't really like it that much, but I mean, I saw why people liked it. I gotta still see through the whole thing. From what I saw from the second movie, it seemed okay. And then I gotta watch the third movie. I haven't seen the third movie, but I gotta check it out. I am probably gonna go. What's that movie that I said I was gonna go see in the movie theater? I forgot what movie it was. Oh yeah, Karate Kid. The Karate Kid movie. Hey, what's up? What's up, Roger? Shout outs, Vatsa. Yes, sir. Chrono Trigger, Illusion of Gaia are my two most emotional games I played as a child. Those are two really good games. Although I like Chrono Trigger way more than Illusion of Gaia. Illusion of Gaia is awesome. It's a great game. It's a forgotten gem. It's like a forgotten hidden gem Super Nintendo game that, like, it feels very much like they're like, you know, Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore, Illusion of Gaia. I think it's on that same engine if I'm not correct. But Illusion of Gaia is really weird though. Like, Illusion of Gaia is way more weird. If there's anything that Illusion of Gaia does, for those who are maybe looking for like an old school, excuse me, Super Nintendo game to play, check out Illusion of Gaia. Like I said, it's super weird. It's not like Secret of Mana, Chrono Trigger. They're pretty straight up, but awesome in their own ways. But Illusion of Gaia is like, you're gonna be questioning like so many things that happen in that game. It's like they gave it to like the weird kid in class and told him to make the game, you know? Secret of Evermore is also kind of weird too. So if you want to play another weird Super Nintendo RPG from that era, Secret of Evermore, Illusion of Gaia, very good RPGs, very interesting, you know, whereas Chrono Trigger and Secret of Mana are just more straight up like, okay, you'd expect this, good twists and turns, good story, good gameplay, you know. But yeah, those other two, those ones are weird. So yeah, I played those back in the day too. I loved them. My brother and myself, we played all of them. We loved them, man. We loved Secret of Mana. We loved Secret of Evermore. We loved Illusion of Gaia, Chrono Trigger. Square Enix was just, or Squaresoft back then was just goated, man. We all thought like, we were like, yeah, Squaresoft is like Nintendo tier, if not a little bit better at times. Like back then. I mean, I don't know about now, but no, definitely not now. But back then, Squaresoft was like, yo, Squaresoft was lit, man. Square Enix is still really good even in today's day. It's just that, yeah. But imagine though, in the 90s, between like 1990 and 1995 or 94, no, let's just say 95, we got Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore, Illusion of Gaia, Chrono Trigger, and Final Fantasy VI. Like, what? Like, what? That is just crazy. Like, that's just wild, like the output. And that's not even like Terranigma didn't come out here in the West, but like you can even say like or it didn't come out here in the US. But yo, ice sizzling bacon, Uroburos, JoJo action. Yo,
imagine if they never redesigned Sonic for the movie. Would there even be sequels?
It would have flopped. It would have flopped. Nobody would have went to go see it because it looks so ridiculous. It would have flopped. Would have flippity flopped, flippity flop, flop, flip, flippity flop, floop, flopflation. You guys hear Mark Cerny? It would have been a flopflation, but it wouldn't. But you know what's better than that though? I sizzle a JoJo. Shout outs. Actually, that's an overclock. It's supposed to be JoJo Friday. There we go. Let me play it for you guys. There you go. A little bit late. That's okay. Big love to I sizzle. Sizzling out here. You guys are out. You guys are sizzling. I sizzle tying up the one only Psycho Pie with the 20. I mean, there's 20 or more you can tie up or pass up. Psycho Pie and Ice Sizzling. Yo, Ice Sizzle, I appreciate the support lately, brother. Appreciate you, man. You guys give Ice Sizzle some extra love in the chat. Hey, yo. Round it up, babies. What's up, Robert E? What's up, Huddy? Evermore had the market fetch quest that always drove me nuts. Yeah. I will be double dipping on Rebirth when it comes to PC, hoping these guys made Skyrim together and Hogwarts multiplayer make multiplayer mod for it. All right. What's up, Blue Knight? I wish Secret of Evermore would get re-released in some form. To my knowledge, it has not. I don't think it It might have been on like the Wii Virtual Console, but I don't know if it's been re-released any other way outside of that. But yeah, it would be great if there was like a collection of all of those old Squaresoft games that we can buy or on the service. I mean, I would love Secret of Evermore. Is it not? It's not on NSO. I would love Terranigma, you know, Secret of Evermore. Those would be great. So yeah. Excuse me. Let's see here. Sweet Life. Yo, what's good? Hell, Enix was good. Yeah, Enix, but I didn't know Enix as much back then. I didn't play Dragon Quest like back. I didn't get into Dragon Quest till much later. Yo, what's up, Neo Blitz the Frog? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? What's up? Have you seen the article? The next generation consoles have to choose and only be able to support 2 systems. I have. I've got a video coming on that. I'll probably record the video tonight and it'll be up tomorrow. I'll record it tomorrow morning and it'll be up at some point. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. But today we're going to talk more about the exclusives versus console stuff, like the video that I had today. So yeah. But it's just basically like an analyst estimating. And really all they're doing, it's a pretty easy estimate. All they're doing is looking at how trash the sales are for the Xbox Series and saying, yeah, people aren't buying this crap anymore. And sales are down. And PlayStation isn't blasting it away. Like, it's falling behind the PlayStation 4 in sales pace. So they're looking at the negative decline of the PlayStation 5 not hitting where PlayStation 4 was, and they're hitting at the massive decline of the Xbox Series, and they're looking at that and saying, okay, the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming, and yeah, they did the whole mobile thing, so that's obviously going to be popular. It's probably not going to be as popular as the Switch, like sales-wise, but it's still going to be really popular. That's what people want these days. They want to be able to take their games anywhere. Mobile's growing like crazy, so yeah, there really isn't going to be a market for another dedicated box when you have all these mobile systems. You have smartphones, you have tablets, you have you know, Apple gaming, you have PC, you have all these different things that you can do. Now you have browser games, you have Netflix games, you have games coming out of everywhere. So I think that's what they're estimating, that there's an odd man out. That's what they're saying, and they're pretty much picking you know, they're pretty much picking what's it called, Microsoft, right, to be the odd man out on this one. Yo, what's up, Kristen Smithers? Square Enix doesn't put, yeah, they don't put stuff on NSO. They really don't. They really don't put anything on NSO, so which is unfortunate. Because they want to be able to sell, like, why have Final Fantasy VI on NSO where 34 million people can play it when you can sell it for $60 in a collection and make like 1,000,000 times more money that you would make? Because, you know, your main audience for FF6 is Nintendo fans for the most part, because it launched originally on the Super Nintendo. So why put it on NSO and have potential sales taken away from your own collection when you can just sell it, right? It's just, you know, so that's really what it comes down to. It's like, yeah, we're not gonna put it on. Why should we put it on there? We can sell a collection for $60 or $70 or individually by themselves and make way more money, you know? So that's the reason why. If Square doesn't want to support NSO, they should release emulators of their classic games, but they never do that. I mean, they're gonna do collections, right? Like the Final Fantasy collection. So they're gonna do stuff like that, which they've done that over the years. I mean, we've gotten stuff like on the PSP, and they've released stuff on PS1, and they re-released some stuff. But yeah. Oh, is the music kind of loud? Oh yeah, the what's it called? I never turned on the desktop audio. Sorry guys. Y'all should have let me know about the music being too loud. Okay, hold up. Yeah, I turned it down. Let me turn it to 65. I think that'll be good. Sorry about that. Hey, what's up, Prime? Prime says exclusives matter for sure. Exclusives definitely matter. Yeah, I saw what's it called? I saw Oh No Alex, and I saw his post. I made a video on it. And I found it interesting that he actually felt that way, because here's what I don't understand about people. Like, if you don't play Nintendo games, you don't cover Nintendo games, you don't know about Nintendo, people still think that they're knowledgeable about Nintendo. That's the funny thing. They think that since they played Mario when they were a kid or something, or since they had a Wii, or maybe they played a Switch 5 times, but they don't cover the business, they don't cover the sales, they don't cover all that. But then they think, oh, well, now that I know the business dealings of Nintendo, so let me cherry pick one system, the Wii U, and say, oh, look at that. I mean, let's forget the Switch. Let's forget the GBA. Let's forget the Game Boy. Let's forget the NES. The fact that, you know, Nintendo's exclusives saved the industry, here in the US at least. Let's forget all of that. Let's forget all of those different things. And let's talk about the Wii U. Like, the Wii U is like the redheaded stepchild / I'm always going to point at it no matter what. It'd be 30 years from now, you'll have content creators talking about, oh, the Wii U. You know what I'm saying? Like, where nobody mentions the Vita. Nobody mentions any of that. They'll talk about the Wii U for forever, I think, at this point. So it was interesting. Let's see here. Monodamar, last debate, I heard it over and over again. To be honest, I still don't understand these grifters' definition of woke. So basically, woke is having double standards, it seems. I don't know what the definition is at this point, you know, so I'm done, though. That debate was my final thing when it comes to that type of stuff. So you guys can ask questions, but I'm not really doing anything more. Unless it's like with one of the big dogs, I'm not doing any more debates with woke or with anything like that. I think, like I said, I bodied that dude. He got put in a body bag. I exposed him for being a sexist, exposed him for being a little bit of a racist. We exposed him for being a moron. I mean, I think, look, I'm not trying to be mean and call names, but he literally is all of these things, you know? He couldn't explain to me why certain things were. He instantly called Forspoken woke despite not even knowing why it was, because it was a black lady, and he knew that's the reason why he called it that, and lady went along with it. But he tried to sit there and act like he didn't. He was silent half the time. He didn't know why. He didn't understand. I mean, there's like so many things. Like, he looks, like I said, and this is who you're talking to online, guys. Like I said, these people peaked a long time ago. And when I said that to him, I'm like, bro, you peaked like in 8th grade. I went into a discussion with an 8th grader, like with legitimately an 8th grader who didn't understand why you can't apply one size fits all for one thing, then say, no, it's okay for another. So a double standard. He's okay with double standards. Like, and that's what these people are. And once again, that's what 8th graders are. That's what, when you're in 6th or 7th or 8th grade, it reminds me of like my daughter. Like, it reminds me of like, she doesn't understand completely what double standards are bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't understand that. That's where like 8th grade boys don't understand that as much. I mean, you learn a little bit more when you're in high school, you mature a bit more, but that's exactly about where his level is about an 8th grader, you know? So I was right. I told him that online. I told him, hey bro, you peaked like in 8th grade. And I think that was confirmed when we talked about that in the debate. So he didn't understand why a double standard was bad. His brain could not process why a double standard is bad, you know? He was malfunctioning on the woke game thing. He was definitely malfunctioning and just kept on repeating the same thing over. I'm like, dude, that's literally a fallacy. Like, what are you doing? What are we doing here? I was like, this is gonna look bad. I'm like, this is gonna look really bad on replay, buddy. Sounds like you're talking to someone like Risky. That guy's just a troll. So, but yeah, he literally malfunctioned on stream. Like, at one point, like, I mean, he literally malfunctioned. He was like, but it was great. 30 years from now, reasons why the Wii U is the best Nintendo console ever. I know, seriously. Went back to the race car bed. So yeah. So, Risky's the alt account for Tripster. He went back to bed. Yeah, he didn't have to go to bed. He just didn't want to get that smoke from TM. I almost pity people like that. I mean, very impressionable. There was nothing else. Like, and I know for a fact that grifters saw that, by the way. The grifters that he talked to, people pointed that out to them. They didn't tag me. They had nothing to say. I didn't see nothing from them. So, guys, these people are a joke. You know what I'm saying? These people are a joke. Listen, I'm not going to sit there and say that I would respond to somebody if they talked to me like that. But if they were misrepresenting what I was trying to say, I said that these people don't play games. They don't know what they're talking about. And that's the truth. And like I said, I don't want to get too much into it just because, like I said, we closed that chapter. But I'm not going to be doing anything more with people like that. You know, like, I'm done. We're going to talk about the game stuff and stuff here. So, but yeah, like, it's sad. It's sad, but at the same time, like I said, I think I was pretty spot on when I said that they basically do this for money. I mean, they're doing this for money. It's not because they love video games. They have no extensive knowledge of video games. Like, listen, if I'm watching a video and if someone truly knows what they're talking about they will be able to explain why. They're not just going to sit there and say it's woke and fit. That's what they do. That's what all of them do. They give no perspective on any franchise and why X, Y, and Z is good. I've watched the videos. None of them have any knowledge on anything. Like, they really don't. All they just say is, it used to be better, this is this. Literally, it's just them ranting like little children with zero knowledge on any of the games that they're even talking about. They really don't. You can sit there and play something, that's great. But does that mean you actually have knowledge on that? No, it does not mean that. I've played lots of games. That doesn't mean I have knowledge on The Witcher and like everything. That doesn't mean I have knowledge on, you know, what else have I played? I've played Cyberpunk. I'm not knowledgeable about Cyberpunk, but I played it. I played Cyberpunk for like 30 hours. I'm not knowledgeable on that. I've played it, but I'm not knowledgeable. I don't know everything in that game. And a lot of these grifters, they think that if they play something for 5 minutes, they're knowledgeable. You're not. You add nothing. They add absolutely nothing to the conversation. They're just doing it because it makes them money. And they're crazy into politics. That's really all it is. My Bucks are getting wrecked. About to play indie soon. Yeah, shout outs, man. Thanks for coming through, Prime. Appreciate you, brother. OJ, you had him on the ropes the first round. Could have got the KO, but let him stay in the fight. Well, we had to. What's it called? We had to. We had to continue the conversation. You know. So, hey, what's up, persistent unicorn? Yeah, but most likely he thought he won the debate. I don't think he thought that he won the debate. I think he knew he got cooked. Because he didn't say anything afterwards on Twitter. So if he thought that he won the debate, he would have definitely said something on Twitter. He would have let it, because like he quote tweets. He's a quote tweeter, so he wants everybody to pay attention to him. You know, so he would have definitely quote tweeted the debate and said, "Hey, look, I wrecked this dude," or something like, "Oh, I bodied him," or this woke whatever guy. He doesn't want his fans to see, or he doesn't want people to see what happened that day. He looked ridiculous. So yeah. Let's see. Do you think he's a cloud chaser? I don't think he's a cloud chaser. No, I don't think he's a cloud chaser. He's just, like I said, he peaked a long time ago. And you know, he's easily impressionable. When it comes down to these type of things, that's really all it goes down to. You know, that's all it comes down to. It's like I said, when your brain hasn't really developed in a very long time, like since you I think he's probably about maybe mid to late 20s. I think he's probably in his mid to late 20s. You know, when your brain hasn't gotten past probably when you were 13, you know, really you're the target audience for these grifters. You easily latch on to things. You have a strong sense of, you know, they're wronging me, you feeling like a victim. You know, these are the type of things that these people do, you know, so while they enrich other people, you know, that are playing you and stringing you along the whole way. So that's really what kind of when it comes down to. Also the fact that he said, if you called out Grum's not making his game, then you should call other devs too blatant whataboutism. Yeah, that's why I said deflection. I said, the funniest thing is that when he said that, he said, I'm not deflecting. I'm like, no, literally the first thing that you said when I called out Grum's, the first thing that he said was, well, what about other devs? That's literally an instant deflection, instant whataboutism, instant deflection. And then he tried to say that it wasn't. I'm like, no, you did. You 100% did. And he really was hard saying, I didn't do that. I'm like, he's like, oh, well, you cut me off. You didn't. No, there isn't about cutting anything off. You instantly deflected. That's the first thing that came up. Even if you would have said something later down the line, you still instantly deflected. A better way would have been to say, well, yeah, Grums is dead wrong for that one, you know, but we also have to make sure that we call X, Y, and Z. But his example sucked. The ARM Fantasia devs, they've only been around since 2022. They never said that the game was going to be ready in 2024. So that's why I said this is stupid. They never said the game was going to be ready in 2024. They never said that. They never said it was going to, you know, it was going to be ready to go. We're calling out Grums because he's taken over $600,000 and has delivered almost nothing in 8 years. So that's the reason why he's getting called out. Trust me, 8 years, if those developers were on Twitter crying and complaining and saying all this stuff and starting some type of fake lying woke anti-woke revolution or whatever the case is, then I would be calling them out too, but they're not. They got their head down working on the game. So yeah, man. So good debate overall. Also good vid today. Thank you, Superpower Matt. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I hope the Switch 2 is blue, purple like the GBA. I doubt that they're going to go with something that. They're going to go with more of a default color scheme. Just so it can, like, you know, neutral color scheme. Almost see it like building a house or like selling your house. When you're selling your house, you don't want there to be purple, blue, green, and all different types of colors, because most people don't like all these type of weird colors for different products. Let them buy the product and then they can customize it themselves. So I think it's going to be very similar to that, where it's going to be a default color scheme. And then, of course, if you want, like, you know, they'll sell extra Joy-Cons or whatever, different colors and all that. But yeah, the base units are going to be probably like white, black, gray, something like that. Yeah. Probably. Let's go over some of this Switch 2 news, though. So we've got some rumors, guys. One of them comes from basically the same one that we went over, Next Handheld, but then The Verge actually contacted that guy and pretty much verified what that guy said. Apparently that guy, Next Handheld from Reddit, he gave the information that he has, the proof of what he's saying to The Verge, and The Verge vouched for what he showed them in terms of the proof. So The Verge does say that they have seen 2 photos of a possible Nintendo Switch 2 dock and 1 photo of the inside of a possible Nintendo Switch 2 controller rail covered in certification logos and copper contacts exposed, which also shows its metal kickstand hinge open at an angle. Also, the device could be very well just be called Nintendo Switch 2. The dock won't have any additional ports, but there's a physical magnetic click when you attach them, the Joy-Cons, to the base unit. And when you press a much larger button on the controller, one that physically connects a magnet to release. So instead of like sliding and having a little bit of wear on the sliding, it just goes clip, bloop, you know. So, and also it looks like the Joy-Con drift is going to be a thing of the past, or a lot less often, because the new controllers are going to be using magnetic Hall effect joysticks to avoid the same deterioration sensor material that can be recalibrated easily. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's pretty much the, you know, now we have basically like a double confirmation on that stuff that next handheld said. Geek the Sneak with the 24 months. Yo, Pure Eye boys. Hey yo, let's go. Drop them in. The Kittle. Pure Eye boys in the house. Thank you so much. Says, what up, OJ in chat? Hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing good, man. Blessed. Thank you so much. Geek the Sneak in the house. Thank you for the support, brother. 24 months. They should call it the PlayStation Killer. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm on jungle green, orange, perp, just like the N64. We need interesting. Yeah, they're not gonna do all that. They're gonna probably do like Joy-Cons that you can get, right, with different colors, or like there's gonna be like cases, but they're not gonna like launch with like purple, green, and blue and all. Like, they're not gonna do all that. It's just gonna be neutral colors, and then you'll have third-party manufacturers that'll make skins and things like that you can get different colors in. But yeah, they're not launching with, those aren't gonna be like the default colors, no. So that's why most systems launch like with just default black, white, you know, black, white. That's pretty much it, man. They don't even take any chances anymore. It's just, and then they'll do special editions that have different colors. But for like the base model, they're just gonna launch like with the cheapest, easiest colors to do, most neutral. So yeah, they're gonna launch with red, yellow, blue, green. Oh my gosh, red, yellow, blue, green. Oh my gosh. RGT was saying that there are people that are saying the Joy-Con drift doesn't exist. Where do they get that from? RGT was saying that people are saying that Joy-Con drift doesn't exist. There are some people that have not had any Joy-Con drift at all. But yeah, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means that they personally haven't gotten it. I mean, I haven't gotten it since my launch model switches, like, you know, or my launch model switch. My OLED switch, it hasn't happened, but I've heard other people that have had it happen to them. So yeah. Let's see here. What? I hope they. Oh yeah, they got the Hall effect. So yeah, I think the Hall effect Joy-Cons are not gonna drift at all. I have Hall effect other Joy-Cons, like third-party ones, and those ones don't drift. Then again, like like I said, any of the systems that I've gotten since 2021 have not drifted on me. So hope the Switch 2 screen is just as good, if not better, than PS Portal. That screen rules. I'm pretty sure it'll be very similar to the PS Portal screen, if not a little bit better. Also, some people beat up their Joy-Cons. Some people do be duking on their Joy-Cons. Legit, like, dog hair, dog hair, don't care. And like all sorts of bits, heaven to bitsies, kibbles and bits, dog food. Some people be messing them up, but yeah, like you should the controller should be able to take that though. Like it's a controller, so it should be able to take some dust and having some grime on there and all that. So it should be able to take that, in my opinion at least. Man, they should release futuristic Joy-Cons this holiday season. The last ride, futuristic Joy-Cons. Says Silent Mongoose. Okay. So the controllers will cost more than $80. I mean, they could. The controllers could be. What are the Joy-Cons right now? Are they $69.99 or $79.99? The controllers could be like $80+ Absolutely. But we'll see. I mean, who knows? They might recycle a lot of the tech. So if they recycle a lot of it, maybe they can keep it the same price. Dead skin cells on controllers. Probably. I mean, you lose skin cells every single day, so so yeah. Really, I've been through 3 pairs of Joy-Cons like the last 7 years. Yeah, I haven't had any issues like with my Switch OLED Joy-Cons. They don't drift at all, like 0. But then again, I don't use Joy-Cons a lot. I'll keep it a buck. I really don't. And a lot of my Joy-Cons stay boxed up. I got like, hold up, give me a second. I'll keep it a buck. Then shoutouts, hashtag free product. Nintendo sent me. No, I bought these ones. I have not even taken them out of the box. So I don't know. They might drift on me, but I haven't used them. Nintendo sent me these just black pair of Joy-Cons randomly. I just, like, hey, you want a package? And I was like, sure. They're like, here's some Joy-Cons. Maybe they knew that my Joy-Cons were drifting. So I never took them out of the box. So, and then they sent me these with Splatoon. They're actually, it's green. I know it's transparent here, but it's green. Green in the neon pink and neon green. And I never took it out of the box. Shoutouts, hashtag free stuff. But they might be drifting, but they might not. I don't know. But my Switch OLED Joy-Cons that I got back in 2021, so we're going on, what is that? That's 3 years now? Those ones have not drifted. The ones that I got a Switch OLED with Metroid Dread back in 2021. When I got back from Nigeria, I came back, picked it up from Best Buy, and yeah, everything's been good on those. So yeah. I replaced my PS Portal sticks with Hall Effect sticks. Apparently the Portal has a bunch of drifting issues. Yeah, I haven't had any drifting issues with the PS Portal, but I have had some drifting issues with my PS5 controller. But I just gave it a good clean and it stopped drifting. So yeah, at least that's my thing. Excuse me. That's my thing at least. My PS5 controller drifts. I had drifting issues with my PS5 controller as well. Yeah, I had drifting issues really bad like when I was playing Cyberpunk, back when that game came out. But then it just kind of stopped. Do you think the new magnetic Joy-Cons will make Switch 2 have more solid form factor? Yeah, because it won't have a rail, so it'll just clip and attach. So it's probably going to be a bit more solid. All the controller issues I've had 5 Xbox controllers, B button sticking. People pick and choose what to complain about. The funniest thing about the Xbox controller, I bought a premium the Xbox One premium controller, and like the Elite, and that controller was a piece of crap. Dude, the rubber came off. That controller, everything fell apart on that controller, and I didn't even treat it bad. I didn't even use it that much. So yeah, that was the crazy thing. I'm like, man, I bought a $200 controller, and this thing sucks. So yeah, that was the last time I ever bought that. Oh man. So I think the 1080 screen on Switch 2 will blow a lot of people away, even if it isn't OLED. Yeah, a lot of people are thinking of old school LCD, crusty old LCD. If they use what PS Portal's using, it's gonna be fine. It'll look great. But yeah, it's still not as good as OLED though. But still good. Still good. My Elite Core Xbox controls got 2 drifts months after I bought it. Microsoft wouldn't do anything to help me. Yeah. I mean, drifting's a problem on lots of controllers, but I think that from this point going forward, we're not going to see any more drifting stuff. They're all going to use some form of Hall Effect joysticks going forward. Because drifting's been a problem for a long time. Let's see. So yeah. Laminated LCD screen is what PS Portal uses. Well, I don't know if it's going to be 1080p, but just like I said, just 720p, 900p, 800p, whatever, 1080p, whatever. So yeah, Green screen Joy-Con was cool. Anything green will pull up, you know, transparent. What about the argument of the Hall effect doesn't make sense because they want to sell more controllers? Yeah, it's a silly argument that was never really a real thing. It's kind of like when people said Nintendo's not going to have backwards compatibility because they want to sell you the same game. It's that same stupid argument. When do you think it'll drop? First half of next year. So sometime between April and July, or like April and like August. Sometime between then. Exclusives are woke. God, I hate that word. I'm telling you, bro. Considering I'm going to be putting hundreds of hours into Xenoblade X, I hope there's a next-gen update for Switch 2. Yeah, I hope so too. But, I mean, I'm not going to wait for it. I'm just going to play. So, I hope there is as well, man. Sure, they'll announce it January, February. Oh, you said drop. So, I thought you meant, like, actually release the system. Yeah, in terms of, like, a announcement, yeah, I see January. I see January or early February for, like, an announcement. Yo, what's up, AAA Job? The Switch 2 Joy-Cons might be the first big three to have Hall effect joysticks. Sony is going to follow them. Yeah, I think everyone's going to use them going forward. N64 controller was the godfather of drifting. yeah, that's true. It was pretty. Those would too. Like, but those would get jacked up from like playing Mario Party. Like when you start rotating them, get messed up, bro. I do feel like people are overlooking April as a release month. I was here March or May, June. Well, I said anywhere between April to like August. I think they can drop sometime in that release. So, I mean, it could be April. I mean, they could do January reveal, April launch. I mean, that's fine. You know, I think it's really more just about the reveal. I think that's more important. Let's just get the reveal out of the way, and then we can kind of go from there, you know? We don't know, but listen, we don't know if it's 720p or 1080p. I haven't seen any leaks that says, like, the screen resolution yet. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen anything yet in terms of anything solid or definitive on that, personally. Who knows if Xbox 2 or whatever they call it is going to have it too. I think all the controllers going forward are probably going to have Hall effect, you know, sticks. Mario Party original friendship breaking game, yeah. Rocky says, found you on YouTube. Shoutouts, Rocky92. Man, I remember I found you because you were hyped for the Switch OG, and now I'm 32 all of a sudden. I know. You were like, what, 24 back then or something like that? 25? Yeah. Breaking news, Octopath Traveler has sold over 5 million units. Oh, that's good. Because it released on, like, all the platforms right now. So that's good. I wish we'd get a breakdown of that. Wish we'd get a breakdown. So that where they announced that at, on the official Square Enix page. Yeah, I don't know where they, or was it on the official Octopath Traveler page? I guess it was on the official Octopath Traveler page because it's not on the official Square Enix page. So I'm guessing it's on Octopath. So let me read. I'll read the announcement for you guys. Octopath Traveler. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's on the official Octopath Traveler page. They just said it's in Japanese, but I'm pretty sure there's an English post out there. So yeah, series have surpassed. The series has surpassed, not Octopath Traveler, the game by itself, the series. So that's both games. Both games have surpassed 5 million. So there you go. So Octopath Traveler 1 and 2 combined. Shoutouts to ShawX with the big $10. And he says, OJ, I was at my parents' house and found my Dreamcast with my physical games and brought it back. So many memories. I'm at Tyrant's Rock grinding and repeating, beating Luis's bleep right now. Yes, sir. Oh, that place is incredible to grind. That place is like God tier. Like, Metaphor gives you like such a great place to grind towards the end of the game. So just in case, like, you know, there's no problems, it's good. Another, you guys know what time it is. Let's go. JoJo Mars, JoJo Friday. We back, baby. We are back. We are back at it again with the white fans. Yo, let's go. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Big Shot X in the house. Thank you for the $10, man. We are almost at that 100. That 100 overclocking. Yo, we out here. Thank you for the support, guys. I appreciate y'all. Wario64 posted on it. Yeah, they meant the series. They meant the whole series, not just one game. So the Octopath Traveler series. Let's see. I gotta say, I'm liking the OJ debates, bro. The debates they're entertaining, but there's people that are concerned that it's going to turn into, you know, that type of discourse. So I don't want to do that. But yeah, J2 did say the series. He did say Octopath Traveler series. So J2 did say that. I stupidly said Octopath Traveler by itself. So yeah, J2 did say the series. I wouldn't bank on an Astral Chain 2 just yet. Just bank on maybe an update for the Switch 2. Yes, I've played Bots and Kaitos. Yes. Check out my videos on the channel about it. Astral Chain 2 when Nintendo finds a new developer. I don't think they'd find a new developer. It's either just they're not going to make it, or they're just going to do like a Astral Chain special edition, like where you get like increased frame rate and resolution. I think that's what they're going to go with. I don't think they're going to go with the second game right now. Not if Takisa Tuda is not there. Like, that's not happening right now. So what we can hope for is just like an update for the Switch 2 for right now. But right now, like Platinum, I don't think they're going to be making Astral Chain 2 right now. Not right now. Maybe later, but not right now. I don't think it's in development. I don't think it's in development. Man, that 100 combo breaker, London stage, Capcom vs SK2, please. Yes, sir. We got the 100 breaker. Let's go. We out here breaking all limits. London stage. Thank you so much for the support, Mr. Shaw X. Limit breaks on tap. Let's go. Let's go. Wishful thinking. I really think when it comes to exclusive sell consoles, there's a debate. You and Oh No Alex should debate. Get a bigger YouTuber to debate. I don't think he's gonna want to debate me on that one, to be honest. I don't mind, you know, but I don't think he's gonna want to debate me on that because there's nothing really to debate. Like when it comes to exclusives, that's like literally there's like nothing to debate, you know. It's just his opinion, and that's fine. People are allowed to have their opinion, but there's no factual evidence that shows that consoles or exclusives don't help sell consoles. Like that's almost factually incorrect. You look at the top, I mean, here's where the data is, right? You can point to Wii U, but nobody said that consoles are the be-all, end-all. We just said that exclusives help sell consoles, which is factually correct. Like, it's factually correct. So when someone says it doesn't, they're simply saying, oh, well, third party. You know, they're just interjecting their opinion. But factually, look at the top 10 systems of all time. And this is why he won't debate. This is why people won't debate. Look at the top 10 systems of all time and tell me, in terms of console sales, and tell me exclusives didn't help those systems sell what they sold. Like, you can't tell me that. The top selling system of all time, yes, it was a DVD player, whatever. The PS2 has so many, at the time that it came out, it has so many exclusives, it seemed unfair. Devil May Cry, God of War, obviously the Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, the list goes on and on and on and on in PS2 exclusives. Like, there's a bunch of obscure exclusives on the PlayStation 2. That is the top selling system of all time. Like, you just go down the list. Go down the list. PS2, DS. The DS has, like, literally, like, every game's an exclusive on the DS. Every game was, like, made for the DS. There's, like, no, they didn't port stuff over. They would just make games for the DS. Either you have an exclusive version, or it's just a game for the DS. The DS has, like, every game's an exclusive, okay? Because you can't play it anywhere else. So, the DS, right? Look at the Switch. Tons of exclusives. Nintendo has 70 plus first-party games that have sold 1 million units plus. You look at the Game Boy, Pokemon. Duh, hello, Tetris when that first came out. I mean, obviously Tetris was on, you know, NES and stuff like that, but Nintendo exclusives and exclusives just in general help push systems a lot because it helps with the marketing. It's easy to market a system when you can launch with Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Mario Odyssey is coming out, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is coming out, and Mario plus Rabbids is coming out, and Splatoon is coming out, and ARMS is coming out. It's damn easy to market a system when you have all of these bangers lined up. It's a lot harder to market and sell a system when you don't have the exclusive games to push it. Why should they buy that system? Why should they buy your system and not just buy a PC that's going to get them better performance and a lot of games? Why? Or why should they not buy just the PlayStation? Because PlayStation is going to get you exclusive games plus the third party, you know? So there's no debate. There's no debate here, guys. Like, nobody's going to debate that because there's really no debate. Like, it's factual. Like I said, top 10 systems of all time. Microsoft has one. Can anybody guess the system that Microsoft has sold that's in the top 10 best-selling systems? Can anybody guess? Somebody here take a guess. Anybody here want to guess? I'm pretty sure you guys know. Ding, ding, ding. King Cagney's first. The 360. Now, what did the Xbox 360 have in spades over the Xbox One, the original Xbox, the Xbox Series, and everything? What does the Xbox 360 have? It has Gears of War that was exclusive. It has Halo that was exclusive. It had Fable that was exclusive. It had a ton of exclusives all over the place. They did even timed exclusives. They did stuff like Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Vesperia that was timed exclusive. They did Star Ocean that was exclusive. They did Lost Odyssey. They did Blue Dragon. They did Eternal Sonata. They did the Square Enix games like Last Remnant. They did timed exclusives. They did outright exclusives. They did their own first party exclusives. They did all over the place exclusives. And it's funny how the Xbox 360, the system that has probably the most exclusives or timed exclusives or whatever, happened to just be the best-selling one out of all the Microsoft systems that they've ever done. Just happened to quadruple up on the sales of the original Xbox. I think it sold, 4 times the amount? I mean, maybe the Red Ring of Death contributed to a lot of people buying systems again, but you guys see what I'm trying to say here. Like, you can't sit here and tell me that it's not important. It is. I love how Xbox is trying to change the narrative when the game's exclusive, no one's buying their game. I mean, they have to. I'm not faulting Microsoft for doing what they're doing. Like, I get it. But PC and Xbox fans trying to say that it doesn't matter anymore in today's day, that's cap. If the Switch maybe didn't sell well, despite good marketing, good games, good exclusives, then I might agree with them. Like, oh, well, that's outdated. But the Switch is living proof that good marketing with good exclusives, good games, sell your system. Good form factor. You need to have a variety of things. But the Switch wouldn't sell 150 million units if it didn't have top tier exclusives. People say, oh, well, the Wii U, oh, well, this, or oh, it's because it's portable. Okay, the Nintendo 3DS had exclusives, and it was also portable. How come that didn't sell 150 million? Oh, okay, yeah. The 3DS does not have as many exclusives as the Switch. The Switch has more in terms of like first party, like, and higher quality exclusives here and there, like higher quality, more high budget. You know, there's like a lot of things that go into it, right? Like on the Switch, you can play Metroid Dread. You can play Metroid, Metroid Samus Returns, which is a good game, but that ain't better than Metroid Dread. You're gonna be able to play Metroid Prime 4 on the Switch. Can't play that on the Nintendo 3DS, right? Like, there's a lot more that you can look at when it comes to the Nintendo Switch and like what it offered. Plus, it has like some of the big third-party games. Like, you need a variety of things. I'm not sitting there and saying that exclusives are like the only thing, but to sit there and say like exclusives aren't, especially for Nintendo systems, to sit there and say that it doesn't help, you know, like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, like you need them, like you don't need them. That's ridiculous. By pointing out Wii U, it's like, well, look at all the systems that have them and do really well. Like the Wii U would have sold like nothing. It would have sold like Virtual Boy without its exclusives. Like without Mario Kart, Mario Kart sold 8 million units. Like 8 million units. Like there's games in today's day like that have like 100 million install base and can't sell 8 million units. Mario Kart sold 8 million units on a 13 million unit system. Well more than half the people that bought the Wii U has Mario Kart. So if there was no Mario Kart, that exclusive, literally nobody would have bought the system. It would have sold like 4 million units. It would have been it was already a disaster. It would have been a catastrophic disaster. It would have been literally like they would have sold like a few million without Mario Kart, without 3D World, without Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker, without Twilight Princess, without Smash Brothers, which I guess you can say, is it exclusive or not? Without, you know, Hyrule, once again, Smash Brothers and Hyrule Warriors came to the Nintendo 3DS, but whatever. So yeah, for me, I think it's very clear. I think it's very, very, there's no argument here. There's no real debate to be had. Like, so yeah. But you, on the other hand, Ono already considers you a Nintendo fanboy anyway. LOL. Which is funny because Ono is actually a good talker, unless it's Nintendo. No, I've watched some of his videos, and like that's fine. He can call me a Nintendo fanboy. That doesn't really make me upset. Like, I have all the systems. I know what I'm talking about, and you know, there's nothing that I'm saying that's fanboy. What I'm saying right now is factual. Everything that I said right now is there anything that wasn't factual with what I said? So that's the thing. Like, calling me names, calling me just a fanboy, that's you just deflecting, or that's just you making excuses to be able to dismiss what someone's saying and not actually have to answer it. But there's not anybody out there on the internet that can sit there and dispute what I'm saying right now. And feel free, I offered $100 in credit to anybody that can come on to the channel and we can discuss this, and nobody took it. Everyone ran away, because it's easier just to call somebody a name and run away on Twitter than it is to actually face them. Now, a lot of these guys saw my discussion with that other guy, and they're not going to want to come on. They're going to be embarrassed. So you guys have to realize this. People will say stuff to me on Twitter and whatever because it's easy to get away with it. They won't want to come on and discuss with me live because it's not going to, because like, once again, you can call me fanboy, but I'm going to bring facts. I'm not going to bring wild theories and stuff like that. I'm going to bring facts, and I know what I'm talking about. I've been playing games for 30, 40 years. I've been covering Nintendo for going on 4 generations now. You know, I've been playing their games since the beginning. So people think that since they play Mario and they're around games that they know Nintendo. You don't. You don't. I do. I cover them freaking every single day. So call me whatever names you want, but I'm gonna bring facts to the table. I'm not just bringing my outright opinion. I'm gonna bring facts. I'm gonna back it up with data. Top 10 systems. Look at the exclusives. Look at the sales of those games. I'm gonna bring data. I'm gonna bring it like the real stuff. I'm not gonna bring just all opinions. You know. So there's no point in anybody calling me names. Like, I don't really care. Like, that's just an easy way to, you know, it's an easy way to just know that, like, hey, look, well, just call them names and just try to discredit him. It's like, anybody that knows, that's been to this stream, knows that I bring it with facts. I bring it with receipts. So the challenge is out there. You know, we don't got a ton of people watching. I mean, we got people watching 300 plus across all of our platforms. The challenge is out there. If y'all want to come here and tell me that it doesn't, exclusives don't matter, okay, bring your receipts why they don't matter. I want to hear it. If a game sells 60 something million units on a system, you're trying to tell me that doesn't matter? That's insane. That exclusives don't matter anymore? That the Switch would sell as good as it has without Pokemon, without Zelda, without all these exclusives? Come on now. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. See, Mario Kart was the main reason I bought Wii U and 3D World. I'll debate you. No, I wasn't inclusive. It's inclusive debate. Yeah, so it's all good though, man. Like, it's all good. I'll say at least Renown didn't end up calling you Nintendo fanboy and ad hominem during the debate. Yeah, it's all good. I mean, he never even knew who I was. He never even knew who I was until that day. You know, so we weren't even arguing about Nintendo. We were debating Square Enix. So there's no need for him to call me Nintendo fanboy. He had no idea who I am. What's up, like, welcome. Like I said, no hate towards Alex, no hate towards any of those guys that feel that way. You know, it's not personal. It's just, you know, like I said, it's just factual. It's just about the right information that's out there. But yeah, that's it. Nothing. Like, I respect his stream. He does a good job. People support him. He's done well, man. It's not easy in the content creation space. He's a peer, whether, you know, and I don't have any problem with him. I think he does a good job. Honestly, I think he does a good job running his stream. It's silly. He's taking his shirt off and flexing his muscles and being all kind of weird. And that's funny. People like that, you know, he has a good base of people that support. So yeah, that's cool. I think that's cool. But at the same time, like, I'm gonna be real. Like, I responded in his comments, and I was, you know, and if he wanted to respond to me, he could. So I'm here though. I'm here. Before you were rudely interrupted, OJ, I had a question. You think Switch 2 will sell out its first cycle? I don't know how much its first cycle is gonna have, so I'm not sure if it will sell out or not. Once I get an idea of how much it'll have, then maybe it'll sell out, maybe it won't. But we don't know how much the cycle will have. So yeah, we'll see. I think Xbox is trying to be more like what Steam is doing. I agree. I think that Microsoft is going to make a Steam Xbox thingy next time, you know? A little off topic, but Royal Archetypes are so dope. That is all. Yes, they are very, very, very good. I love that in the game. There was also someone debating that software ratio for your top Switch games are bad. Like, bro, they're better than most. Yeah, like it's about what 10 games per per person. That's pretty good. You know, that's not a bad thing at all. So I'm not sure what he's saying that nobody buys games. That's insane. 10 people plus are buying games per system. So yeah. And you can see the sales of their first party games are insane. Like people are buying games. So yeah. And that doesn't even count like the NSO stuff, right? That people are playing. So yeah. Xbox is transitioning to a publisher role. They really are. Like Xbox is transitioning into more of a publisher role, more so than anything else, which is fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Plays Pokemon is my personal favorite Nintendo series. Black and White remains the goated Pokemon game. Yeah, those are really good. I like Black and White. I really like Black and White. I like a lot of them. Yo, what's up? Yo, my man Clabby! Clabby, my boy, Clabby! Overclocks, not only overclocks, but we've also got this right here, baby. Let's go, JoJo! Yes, sir. JoJo Fridays. We are here. Yo, Clabby with the $9.99. Let's go. What's up, OJ? Jungle Noise, please. Also, about the Proud Nordics, I saw your vid and any additional thoughts? Will future entries do the same? Of course, they drops a week after I finish the base game. I know, seriously. I'm glad that I stopped playing. Like, I played a number of hours, but I didn't do everything, and I'm super happy because I want to play this Proud Nordics version. But yeah, they're definitely pulling an Alice on us. Let me answer your question, though, before I get your music. Additional thoughts. I mean, I don't think it's a good precedent to set that you release it here in the West and a year later there's an upgraded, not even like what, a year later there's an upgraded version. Yeah, that's crazy. That's definitely crazy. I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do. But at the same time, you know, it is what it is. You know, what else? Maybe they feel like they have some more content, like they have to get that version out. And maybe they want to increase sales too. It's another way to get the game out there, people talking about it. Maybe the sales weren't as good as they would have hoped for the game in the West. And if you have a better version of that game and you can repackage it, probably Nintendo Switch 2 as well, I think that that's really what they were aiming for that one. But yeah, like I feel bad for the people that just played it here in the West. And it's like, wait a minute, a whole new version's coming out and it's going to be like way better, you know, like a royal version essentially. So yeah, Jungle Noise. Shout out to my man Clabby. Jungle Noise, DKC. All right, which DKC is that though? I'm not sure if that doesn't come up anywhere. So the one that DKC Forest Interlude, that's what comes up first, or Jungle Hijinks. So I'm not sure, Clabby, what song that is. So yeah. So glad you didn't buy Wii U just to play Xenoblade X like I did in 2021. OJ, I don't regret buying a Wii U. I don't regret it because there was a lot of games that I played on there that I thought were fun. There was just droughts and stuff. It just got off really slow. But all the hours that I spent like in Smash Brothers, and then I spent in, you know, Tokyo Mirage when it first came out, and the hours that I spent like in Wind Waker and Pikmin and 3D World and Bayonetta 2 and Hyrule Warriors and DKC Tropical Freeze, like all the games that were coming out, like I was enjoying them. It was just like sometimes there was too many gaps, and really they only had one super strong year. That was 2014. That was the only super strong year that they had. All the other years were either kind of like, okay, or like, ooh, there's a lot of droughts here, you know? So really, that was the problem. Spent over 500 hours playing Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on the Wii U, and it was fantastic. Yeah, like for the people that actually had it and spent time playing, it's like you enjoyed the first party. Like the first party games were okay, like they were pretty good. But yeah, I understand why for some people it was like, nah, this sucks, you know? Oh, sorry, I meant Jungle Noise. I meant DKC Music, your choice. Oh, okay, cool. Forced Interlude's good then. Okay, got you. Thank you so much, Clabby. Appreciate that extra $5 coming in. Yo, we out here tonight, boys and girls. Let's go. I think we haven't done it quite yet, but let's get the combo breakers going. Let's go. Pokemon, in my opinion, is probably the biggest system, so a lot of people wait for Pokemon release until they release a game for it. I think at this point, Pokemon's probably not the biggest system seller for Nintendo, I think the biggest system seller is Mario Kart. I think at this point, I would say definitively Mario Kart is probably their biggest system seller, is Mario Kart. I would say Pokemon is probably like a close, like a second, like a nice second to Mario Kart, but I think Mario Kart is the #1 system seller for Nintendo at now. Like, I think Pokemon before in the past absolutely was. Like, you look at the DS, the 3DS, you know, the GBA, DS, 3DS, absolutely. Game Boy, probably Nintendo's best system seller was Pokemon. But now I think it's actually moved to Mario Kart. So yeah, they really need to put the classic on NSO. I don't know if they ever will, but we'll see if they do. They did it on the 3DS. Let's see if they do it on there. From my Wii U, I discovered my favorite franchise like Bayo and Xenoblade. Yeah, yep. Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U was just incredible. I loved it so much. I played Xenoblade X on the Wii U. Like, there was a lot of good games. It was fun. But once again, it was just spread out. Outside of 2024, it was just way too spread out. No more Smash Bros. Though for next gen. I disagree. I think there's going to actually be a new Smash Bros. Game for the Switch 2. Spent over 400 hours playing with my sister. Never been a gamer though. Never been a gamer, but spent 400 hours playing with your sister. That's crazy. Maybe you are like a secret gamer. GBA SP screen was nice. How anyone could play regular GBA system. Hey, look, man, you just played it with a nice sunlight angle coming through. That's the thing. These Wii U revisionists love to mention Wii U had a great lineup of 2014 and clearly say it's better than Switch. Yeah, that's not really many people though. Like, most people don't even care at the end of the day. So yeah. But Pokemon has multiple games, so it sells more than Mario Kart 8. But does it? If you combine the sales of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet with Pokemon Sword and Shield, I don't think it actually has not sold more than Mario Kart 8, has it? I don't think it has. I mean, maybe if you combine, like, their two top ones. I mean, maybe if you also combine Pokemon Brilliant, I mean, maybe, yeah, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, plus Scarlet and Violet, plus, I mean, if you have to combine 3 games to match to get in the ballpark of one game, your biggest system seller is probably Mario Kart, is that one game. Yeah. Yeah, like, you gotta combine 3 games plus. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Mario Kart is their biggest system selling franchise to me. I think that's their biggest system seller. Pokemon's definitely a big system seller, obviously, but I think a lot of people who buy, like, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, like, they're gonna buy, you know, what the other Pokemon games. So they've bought it. Once you get that big Pokemon game on there, they've bought it, and they'll continue buying it for that X whatever Pokemon game. But Mario Kart is the consistent, massive seller just with that one game. You don't need, you know, a bunch of other games. You don't need Mario Kart this, Mario Kart that. All you need is that one Mario Kart, and it sells the system, like, all generation. To me, that's a bigger draw at this point than having, like, you know, like 15, like what would be like the individual franchise that moves more, like, that moves systems. I would say Mario Kart, you know, I would say Mario Kart, but that's just me. You know, Mario Kart carried the Wii U, so that says a lot. That's true. Although Pokemon never got a Wii U game, I think that if Pokemon came to the Wii U, I think it would have been big. Like, let's just say somehow, some way, you know, Game Freak, which this wouldn't have been a thing, but let's just say that Game Freak was able to make a competent, good Pokemon game on the Wii U, even if it was just the quality of Sword and Shield or the quality of Scarlet and Violet, like that popular, like, you know, and scale it for the Wii U, I think that would have been a huge game and potentially could have even outsold Mario Kart. I think that a big Pokemon game on Wii U could have outsold Mario Kart. But, you know, it never happened, so. It never happened. But, yeah, if they made a big like, imagine an HD big Pokemon game, even if it was Pokemon Sword and Shield on the Wii U with those graphics at that time. So let's just say that came out, like, in 2013, right? Like, sometime in 2013, there was a big Pokemon game, like Sword and Shield came out on the Wii U. I think that would have been huge. That would have moved systems maybe more than Mario Kart. That would have been big because of the gamepad, right? Because of the gamepad, because of, you know, oh my gosh, it's HD Pokemon. I think people wouldn't have been as hard on the graphics in 2013 than they are in 2018. You see what I'm saying? So I think that it would have absolutely been massive, and it could have been a bigger system seller than Mario Kart. But I think now at this point, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with all the tracks and everything, like the almost 70 million in sales, like, That's wild, dude. That's wild. Absolutely crazy. Let's see. What's up, OJ? How are you, bros? So I think hold up. Oh, what's up, Dragon King? So what do you think Nintendo is working on a new Pro controller? Do you think anything like the PS5 DualSense? I think that they might have like HD. They might call it. Tag this one, guys. They might call it HD Rumble 2. Nintendo Switch 2 HD Rumble 2. And I think that, yeah, the new Switch Joy-Cons and the new Switch Pro controller are going to have HD Rumble 2 in there, which is going to be more like the DualSense controller, you know, which the DualSense controller is like the original like Switch controller and HD Rumble, but better. I think they're going to advance. I think they're going to do HD Rumble 2. That's what I think they're going to do. And they're going to call it just that, HD Rumble 2. You know, so that was such a cool name, HD Rumble. I love the name, you know. 4K HD. I don't think there's anything to do with resolution with the Rumble, so I don't know. I don't think they're gonna call it 4K Rumble because it's Rumble. There's no resolution in Rumble, but I think they're gonna call. And then again, there's no HD. And yeah, hold up. Never mind. You're right about that. They call it 1080p Rumble, 4K Rumble. Never mind. There's no high definition either. So you're right about that. I never even thought about that. But yeah, there's no HD either. So yeah, maybe they call it. They're not gonna call it 4K Rumble. I think they're gonna call it HD Rumble 2. 4K actually makes it a specific thing though. 4K. How is it 4K? How is it HD? How is it HD though? I think it's HD because it's better. That's another. HD means better. High definition means better. 4K means a certain thing, right? Like a certain thing. But so does HD. 1440p Rumble. 4K Rumble in the Bronx. Which Nintendo games are you expecting in the first year of the release? I mean, I'm not sure. I'm clear about it. I have no idea. But I would just expect 3D Mario and a Mario Kart. Those are the two that I know I think are coming. Those are the two I think I know are coming. Do you think that the HD Rumble will improve will be improved in the Joy-Cons? Oh yeah, it's going to be the same thing. The same HD Rumble that's in the Joy-Cons will be in the Pro controller. So it'll be both. Yo, the cool guy with the JOJO. Let's go. Shoutouts.
JoJo, we here. Hey fam, glad to see you, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, I've been seeing that rumor train.
Yeah.
You out of proportion talking about it failing on Google News and all. By the way, something epic from Metroid track.
Yeah, I got you, man. Metroid. Let's get some Metroid music. Metroid. Let's get some Metroid. Oh man, what are we doing? Metroid from Smash. I like the Smash remixes of Metroid. Yeah, I love the title Metroid remix from Smash Ultimate. Sorry, Smash 4. I love this track. I think it's really good. Let's see. Do you think 120 hertz screen is possible? Switch to screen? Probably not. Probably not. Hey, what's up, OJ? Hope you're doing well. Am I right with my guess for current gen? Switch is your first favorite, PS5 second fave, and Xbox Series last? Yeah, probably something like that. I haven't really thought about it too much, but yeah, probably something like that. Yo, what's up, Super Saiyan? Kind of dislike analog triggers, but not because I'm a Nintendo fanboy. Yeah, I know people like the analog, like the Xbox triggers and all that. Some people love those. They're really good for racing games and shooters. I don't like racing games and shooters a lot, so I actually prefer regular buttons because I don't need to pull a trigger on most things. Most games that I play don't require pulling a trigger on things. Because like I said, I don't like shooters and I don't like racing games like that. Those are really good for those type of games. Like I play more, you know, obviously, you know, like fighting games or, you know, action games. You don't need triggers for those. Like you don't need analog triggers for those. So I get it for people that like that though. Like I get it. I think Nintendo should allow, I don't know, they should allow it though somehow. Like, you know, if you have one and it can take advantage of it, like I think they should allow that. But me personally, I don't care for them. Let's see. Just hope next gen no Xenoblades. Don't block me, Tron. There's gonna be Xenoblade next gen, so I mean, so nobody's gonna block you. Switch 2 has HDR screen. I don't know if it's gonna have an HDR screen. I think it's gonna support HDR, like on the TV. I don't know if it's gonna have an HDR screen. The games I enjoy don't benefit. Yeah, exactly. A lot of the games that I play, like, you know, I like Smash. I like, you know, platformers like Mario or whatever. I like Zelda. You don't need analog triggers in any of those. Like, it's fine, just like regular buttons. So yeah. I think that's 10 JoJos as well, guys. Thank you so much. Crazy JoJo Friday. I appreciate that. Let's go. Combo breaks in the house. Yes, sir. Next gen Xenoblade X would be amazing. I don't know if there's going to be a next gen Xenoblade X, but there's going to be a next gen Monolith Soft Xeno thingy. We'll see. Do you think Switch 2 will have better anti-aliasing? Depends on the developers if they want to take advantage of it or not, but it should. It's going to have DLSS, so there you go. Paul Gale with the $1 donut says, got to get that counter to 128-bit stream. How about some Kirby Forgotten Land music? All right, I got you, man. Let's go. Let's go. Kirby and the Forgotten Land up next. Thank you, Paul Gale. 128 bits. The Dreamcast, right? Oh, man. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. All right. Music. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Music. Let's go. Roar of DDD. Let's see. Why did they ditch open world for Xenoblade? Why did they ditch open world for Xenoblade? Because fans, after Xenoblade X came out, fans wanted them to go back to like how Xenoblade Chronicles 1 was. People complained, so they said, okay, no problem. They went back to it. Lucette with the $5 says, has anyone really been far even as... hold up. Has anyone really been far even as decided to use even go want to do look more like? Has anyone really been far even as decided to use even go want to do look more like? Am I tripping? I have no idea what that means, Lucette. No, my daughter's not into gaming much outside of like Roblox and stuff like that. Has anyone really been far even as decided to use even go back to do more? Yeah. Listen, it means nothing. It's an ancient meme. Okay, yeah, I have no idea what that is. I know you didn't do that like on accident, so I'm trying to find some type of like, is she like sending me like some type of like Yakuza code or something? Like, I thought that was like a Yakuza game, and it was like an inside joke, like if you've played a Kiryu or something like that. I don't know. I thought it was like an inside Yakuza type thing, you know? I was confused. It's all good. Shoutouts though. Let's see. He says, "Yeah, I'm clowning, guys." Okay, cool. Shoutouts to Lucette. Lucette's a jokester. I appreciate you, young lady. Thank you so much for your support tonight. I just paid $5 to make OJ read that sentence. I read it twice. So you got double or triple what you paid there. Let's go. Like change your opinion to look more like someone else. Nah, she's just messing around. So yeah. Yo, Kevin the Speedster. Do you think Stellar Blade will ever get ported to Switch 2? No. I think it'll be just PlayStation 5 and PC. Nah. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate it. Hope this generation we get Mario Baseball. That never was one of the Switch had. I was loving Aces. Yeah, the Mario Baseball would be cool. I don't know if they're gonna do it though. But yeah, that'd be cool. I'd be down. I'd be down. I'd be totally down to do something like that. You know, totally down. So basically, Lucette is saying there are known knowns and unknown unknowns. There you go. I think that's the ultimate. At the end of the day, that is the ultimate way of doing that. OJ, I hope Nintendo's working on Twilight Princess remake in 4K, 6 frames per second on Switch 2, Unreal Engine 5, bro. They are not. They're not working on a 4K, 60 frames per second, Unreal Engine 5 Switch 2. No, you've been watching too many YouTube videos with people rendering in 4K on Unreal. No, they are not. They are not working on that. I don't think that's ever gonna actually be a real thing. So no. Unfortunately. If they did Breath of the Wild, they'd probably just remaster Breath of the Wild, but it wouldn't be in Unreal Engine 5. I mean, maybe they do a 4K version, sure, but it wouldn't be in Unreal Engine 5. Like, there's no point, you know? So yeah. Why would, I mean, Nintendo has used Unreal Engine for some of their games. Pikmin, I think a Yoshi game uses it. So they've used it for a couple games here and there. But I doubt they would use it for a game like Zelda, because Zelda sells so much. Remember, you got to give royalties once you sell a certain amount. So Unreal Engine doesn't make Zelda sell anymore. Like, you're not going to sell more copies with it in Unreal Engine than not. So there's no point. And Unreal Engine might not be efficient for what you want to do. Like, there's certain type of effects or physics or things. So it might be better to work with the tools that you have or the engines that you have that you're familiar with. So, plus, like I said, the royalties. So I doubt that they would ever do that for a Zelda game. I mean, they could. It's possible. But once again, you make way less. Considering how much Zelda sells, you make way less if you decide to do it on there, you know, than using, like, your own engine. So, yeah. Yeah, they've used it for, like, there's, like, yeah, it's Pikmin, and what's that Yoshi game? Yoshi's Woolly World or Yoshi's whatever, like the Yoshi game, Woolly World or whatever that is on the Switch. They've used it a couple times. So yeah. What about a low effort Ocarina of Time remake, redone soundtrack, voice acting? Maybe. Crafted World, there you go. Yoshi's Crafted World, yeah, they've used it for Yoshi's Crafted World. Let's see. Unreal Engine do a lot of games. I mean, a lot of games. The OJ, yeah, that's fine. Unreal Engine is great, you know, for the games that it does it in. But that doesn't mean that Nintendo's going to use it for a big Zelda game and pay them to use the engine. So I doubt they're going to want to do that. And like I said, some games it might not be optimal for them. You might want to build your own custom engine because you want certain things to be done, you know. So yeah, like I want devs to use what's comfortable for them to make the best game possible. I don't need devs just using Unreal Engine because, oh my god, graphics or whatever. It's like, that's not going to make a better game. So whatever engine that they're comfortable with that makes them make the best game that they can, it's that. I don't need Unreal Engine for every single game, you know. Unreal Engine has a certain look to it as well too, so I don't need every game looking like Unreal Engine either. So so yeah. Nintendo would rather invest in their own engine sometime than use Unreal Engine for a third party like Mario and Luigi. I think, yeah, Mario and Luigi uses Unreal Engine as well. Yes, that's also the next game that uses it. But once again, the reason why Mario and Luigi uses Unreal Engine, the developers behind Mario and Luigi, like Acquire, they use Unreal Engine. Like, they used it for the Octopath games. So they're very familiar with Unreal Engine. They like Unreal Engine, so that's fine. Use Unreal Engine. They're familiar with that game, or they're familiar with that engine, so use it. Along with some of the, I mean, once again, Nintendo's developers know how to use it. Most developers know how to use Unreal Engine, you know. Pretty much all of them do. So if it makes sense for the developers to use it for the game, then that's fine. They're familiar with it, so then use it. But I don't think we need to start mandating that everybody Nintendo just starts using it for everything. Like, I don't think that's the move. Let's see. OJ, have you been playing anything fun recently? Neo. That's what I've been saying. Unreal Engine has a certain look, and I'm tired of it. Yeah, like, it has a certain look to it. You kind of know when it's an Unreal Engine game. But, you know, like I said, it's fine. It works for what it works for. It could make some games obviously look better, but I don't think that, like I said, let's just wait. Let's just wait till we actually see what's going on here. So yeah. I understand that small, medium-sized company for Unreal Engine, but I can disappoint in a big corporation that has money to make their own engine, rather use Unreal Engine. I mean, like I said, I think it works for certain games. Certain companies like Final Fantasy, they use Unreal Engine because they tried to do their own and it didn't work out, like the Luminous engine and all that. So for them, it's easier to use Unreal Engine. So I get it for, like I said, certain games, if it works for the developers, then that's fine. But we don't got to start shoving it into everything. I think there's no need for that, you know? Next Switch coming up. You bring the hype and good vibes. This place to be for the coming months. Thank you so much, McClear Mountain. Appreciate you, brother. You don't want games to look the same, like you said. I mean, similar, like, yeah, I mean, once again, I mean, obviously, like, Mario and Luigi uses it, and it looks completely different, like Octopath Traveler, right? So, developers can make games look different, but not everybody needs to use it. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, if it works for the next Zelda game, cool. But if they have something else that they want to use, that's cool, too. I'm not really worried about what engine they use. I'm worried about how good the game is, you know? Like, I'm more worried about how good the game is than what engine they're using, like, for the most part. Like, show me a good game, show me a high-quality game, and then let's go from there. Let's stop. I don't need to worry about, oh, it's Unreal Engine? That doesn't make the game good. It could suck, you know? Like, there's a lot of Unreal Engine games that aren't good and that don't look good, you know? So, we don't, So yeah, I'm more worried about the actual game itself than worried about what engine it's running on, you know? Nintendo's going to impress with Switch 2 DLSS, can't wait. Yeah, once again, I think the games are going to look good. I'm really excited for Kirby the Planet Robot. Ever since I 100% Forgotten Land, I've been very hungry for more Kirby. Kirby's great. Do you think Nintendo will ever do a remake or remaster of Punch-Out? I don't know. Maybe. I feel like Nvidia has made custom DLSS Switch 2 is built for it. I mean, maybe. We have to wait and see. Maybe. Not sure if that's the case, but yeah, maybe. Maybe. Just maybe. Spiritual successor. Feel like ARMS replaces Punch Out. I don't know if ARMS replaces Punch Out. I can see why you would think that, but yeah, because it feels like an evolution of it, maybe, right? But Punch Out and ARMS are such different games. Like, Punch Out is not an actual competitive game. Like, there's a competitive mode that you can play, but it's really more like it's a puzzle thingy game. Puzzle action game. ARMS is an actual real, like, competitive, like, fighting game, you know? Whereas, like, Punch-Out is a puzzle action game. So they're very, 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 very different, you know? I think they can also coexist, too. So yeah. But, I mean, I think the problem with Punch-Out would be providing $60 or $70 worth of value in a Punch-Out game. Punch-Out games are very quick. You know, like, you don't last more than, like, what, a handful of minutes in any one round. So if you make 20 rounds and you're really good at the game, or if you're solid, I mean, it's not going to be a long game. So Punch-Out worked back in, like, the NES era and the Super Nintendo era, but I'm not sure how well it works in today's era. How many boxes would you need? How long would it take? Like, also the stereotypes in the game. Like, there's a lot of things to consider, and I think that's the reason why they haven't made another Punch-Out game. Especially since they made Punch-Out on the Wii and, like, nobody really bought it, and it seemed like Punch-Out was perfect for the Wii. You got to put it on the side like the NES. They had the Little Mac, you know, branding and nostalgia, and really nobody really went out there and bought it like that. It had nice, colorful graphics. There was a good install base, and I mean, it did okay, like so, like 1 million, but it was definitely more of a disappointment. I think they thought it was gonna be better. They had TV commercials for it, and people were just like, yeah, we don't care. So Punch-Out's great, don't get me wrong, I grew up playing it, but I just don't know if there's a real audience for it without a real, like, evolution. Like, they'd have to change the game and make it maybe more like a competitive game and make it to where there's, like, actual multiplayer and all of that, and, you know, so yeah, I'm not sure. It's a little bit over 1 million. Yeah, it could be a smaller game, but once again, like, who's gonna make, like, no, I don't think anybody cares, you know? Like, if you're, like, who made Punch-Out? Who made the game? Next level makes Punch-Out. Why are they gonna worry about Punch-Out and not be dedicating everything to Luigi's Mansion? Like, they're gonna, like, why waste 2-3 years on Luigi or on Punch-Out when you're gonna put that time towards Luigi's Mansion and sell, like, 15 to 20 times the amount that you sold of Punch-Out? So yeah, they don't. There's just nobody right now to make it. But I think one of these days that they'll probably make it, or they'll get somebody else to make it. But right now there's just no reason to make it, you know. I probably felt that they feel like there's no reason to make it. So yeah. Alright, what's up? Okay, what's up, Avalon? Welcome. So yeah. I played ARMS with the Pro Controller, still enjoyed it. Oh yeah, I played ARMS mainly with the Pro Controller as well. I really liked it. Yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought it was really, really, really good. So yeah. Roguelike Punch-Out, I'm sold. Ooh. I would play that. Kriosen Bomb, that's a very good idea. A roguelike Punch-Out would be really good, and I think I'd play that. Like, but once again, that would completely change the, like how do you do that? You know, like what type of, I mean, I think it would be good. You know, I think that would be pretty cool. I'd like it. I think I would. That would solve a lot of the issues, like with the length and then replay value. They tried with Punch-Out on the Wii though. Like Punch-Out on the Wii, you know, they had different circuits. They had, like, you can go back and replay the circuit. Like, they'd make it harder. where the original weaknesses of the characters are no longer there. Like, it was pretty cool. I don't like roguelikes. I don't, but I think that a Punch-Out one would be pretty cool to try out. Like, if they can make it work, I think it'd be pretty cool to try that out. But no, I don't. But I do like Hades. Hades is a rogue type of thingy, and I like that. So, excuse me. A remaster of the Wii Punch-Out game. I think that would probably suffice. They just remaster it and drop it digitally for like $30 or something, like just like an HD port, and just like say, hey, look, the original Punch-Out is coming to like Wii Virtual Console, like Wii even like a Wii NSO. If they did Wii NSO, just put Punch-Out on there, and I think that would be like, all right, well, we got that. And that game has a multiplayer mode, like that would be able to be online. So if they did a Wii NSO, that would be great, because then you can play that game online. They wouldn't actually have to like program and code online gameplay. So I think that would probably be like the best case scenario for Punch-Out is Wii NSO next gen or something like that. That's probably the best case scenario for it. Outside of that, it's just gonna be like NES, like NSO, Super Nintendo NSO, and that's really, they don't have anything more than that, right? It's just on, yeah, it didn't come to the 64, it didn't come to the GameCube, it didn't come to the Wii U, it didn't come to any portable systems that I remember. I think, no, the first Punch-Out game? No, that was Wave Race. That was the first Wave Race game was actually portable, I think, before Wave Race 64. So yeah. Let's see, I missed some of those WiiWare games, yeah. WiiWare was pretty cool for what it was at the time. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Casual Noob? I had a great day today, man. I can't complain. Kind of hyped for NSO on next gen. What do you think they're gonna do with NSO on next gen, Felipe? Punch-Out when it was done in VR, or Urban Champions where you go around knocking out people. Yeah, like I said, guys. I mean, Punch-Out's cool. Like I said, I played the heck out of it back in the day, but yeah, like I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if they're ever gonna revisit that anytime soon. So, but we'll see though, for sure. We'll see. So yeah. Yeah, there's also new rumors going around, or potential. So yeah, there's some potential here. Sega is considering launching its own Netflix-like subscription service for video games. We're thinking something and discussing something we cannot disclose right now. Sega president Suji Yusumi. A reminder that Sega delisted some classical titles a few weeks back. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Sega decided to launch. They've had subscription services before, the Sega Net and all that. They had it. I think they even had it like on the like the Genesis, or even like before that. Like Sega said, I know that they used to have classic games like on a subscription back in the day. So yeah, I would not be surprised if Sega decided to come back to subscription service gaming, because they did it before. So yeah, the Sega channel, the Sega channel and Sega.net, right? Sega channel, Sega.net. So yeah, looks like they might be they're delisting stuff and bringing it to their own service. I mean, it makes sense though. Why make pennies putting your games on other people? Like, listen, why make pennies putting your games on other systems and make literally nothing like on subscription services when you can have your own service? And you can put a bunch of like Sonic games and Sega, like you can put all that crap on there, get discounts and things, and have people buy it like that. Or like I said, they can buy it directly from you instead of giving Nintendo a 30% cut. It's like, hey, if I have my own, buy it directly from me, you know? But yeah, we'll see. Let's see here. I would not be subscribed. Did I say that? I would not be subscribed? Was that a slip? Did I say that? Let's see. So that's why they delisted. That's huge for RGT. Is it? I don't know. What if it's some trash thing like Ubisoft Plus? It could be. Or like EA's whatever. It could be like Ubisoft Plus or like EA's thing. Nintendo might be working on a remake or remaster of A Link to the Past, A Link Between Worlds. I think A Link Between Worlds in like a re-release in that game and somehow, but I don't know about a remake or remaster of those games. Who's gonna subscribe to that though? Who's gonna subscribe to that? People will subscribe to it. Sounding like you did my B. Okay, yeah, I'm wondering. I'm like, I don't know if I said that. 30% cut says the YouTuber. I mean, listen, YouTube takes 30% of any super chat that I make, so I listen. It's not like I chose that amount. Like what? It says the YouTube. Wait, how is that on me, bro? That's on them. If you don't want to give YouTube 30%, bro, the Streamlabs is much lower percentage. You can get, but that's not what he says the YouTuber, as if I like that. Like what? Like what? I don't listen. I appreciate any super chat that I get. I appreciate it. I don't listen. If you want to, y'all don't gotta give me anything, right? So I don't ever complain. Well, wait, hold up here. Like I'm not the one advocating for that. Oh man. Let's see, how strong do you think Switch 2 will be? I don't know how strong it's gonna be. We're gonna have to wait and see, brother. But I'm pretty sure it will be, you know, it'll be as good as like somewhere Xbox Series S level, maybe a bit better in some regards. You know, PS4 Pro, Xbox Series, or something like that. Who knows? We'll see. Those servers must be thirsty. I mean, it's a platform. YouTube gives you the platform, the access to so many people. They're gonna take their cut, man. They're gonna take their cut. Look, but you know, cool for YouTube. They allow me to put links. They allow me to have it there. Like at least they're not like, no, you must. It has to go through this way. Like at least they're not like that. And they've got some cool features. Like they've got like a goal feature now that you can do and things like that. So like I might use it in the future for like gameplay streams, you know, because people usually just kind of like watch and maybe, you know, they don't super chat or donate as much to like gameplay stream, but maybe we have like certain goals, like I'll do like certain things in games. So, I mean, they're trying to make it, you know, better for us as a, you know, but shout outs to YouTube, man. I don't really have too many complaints. I don't really have too many complaints. You know, YouTube, at first I was kind of like, what's going on here before? But now it's like, yo, YouTube's been good, man. But like the only thing that I'm a little worried about or concerned about is the amount of hacking. Like the amount of hacking that's been happening. And like now, like usually when somebody gets hacked, it's usually a W because like they'll respond quickly and then they'll actually like, you know, give the person their channel back. But apparently a legendary Halo creator that has 60,000 subs, 62,000 subs, he got hacked by a bad sponsor link and YouTube reviewed it and said, yeah, we're still closing down your channel. Like his whole, like he's been doing it for like nearly a decade or something. Like that is terrifying. It makes me not want to take sponsorships. Like there was a sponsorship, guys, that was going to pay me some money. And they're like, oh yeah, you have to go on Discord and do something. And I just instantly said, no, I think I'm good. And I'm pretty sure that they're actually legit. But like, I can't even take any chances anymore. Like they have like a link there and I'm like, nah, I ain't clicking no link. I'm not doing, nah, I ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good. I'm Gucci, you know? So it's like, and like I said, they're going to pay a pretty good amount. You know, and I was just like, I can't trust this. So now I'm just doing, you know, Square Enix. I'm just doing, sometimes Nintendo will do something, you know, but I'm just doing stuff that I know, like that I've worked with them before, that I trust them because it's so scary with these links, bro. Yeah, like people are getting, and like YouTube's doing a good job, but they that's a huge L. That one with that Alex guy with that 62,000 subscribers, that's a huge L because it's not like he only had like 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 or even if it was that low, that still sucks. But 60,000, do you guys listen? You guys see Mr. Beast and you guys see all these guys with these, you know, with these huge subscriber counts. But I'm telling you right now, yeah, some people can grow really fast, but I'm telling you right now, getting to even 60K subs, getting to 10K, 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K, 60K subs, that's not easy. It might be easy for some people and it, you know, they've got it down to a science, but for a lot of people, they can't get 60K subs. So the fact that they did not restore that man's channel, even though like it was confirmed it was a hack, that's terrifying. And they just said, no, we reviewed it. We're good. You know, let's see, you can check their email, OJ, to tell if it's real or fake. Nah, sometimes they make it look, sometimes they got some really good emails set up to make it look like it's real, bro. I'm telling you. The scams are getting so elaborate. That's why you're seeing that look, there's a lot of smart content creators that have been hacked. Game Explain got hacked. A lot of the FGC, Hook Gang God, like, what's it called? Roger's Base. He's super smart. He knows what he's doing. And he got hacked too. Like, lots of people are getting hacked, bro. Like, it's crazy. I've seen so many hacks. AI channels have been around for a while now, yeah. Even with the sponsors that are legit, there are sponsors that were literally scams. There was a sponsor that claims you can become a duke by buying land in Scotland. Yeah, I saw like who was it? I saw the scam on that one. But no, that's a legit sponsor though, because like they're legit being a sponsor. But I got hit with the scam too. I got hit with 2 sponsor scams. There was one scam where they didn't like scam as in like they didn't pay me, like, or something got lost, like my front mission. I don't think it was a scam, but they just did the wrong email. I emailed them back, and I never got like the sponsor money for that. Maybe I'll say, yo, where's that at? They still owe me like $700. And then it was like another one. And I don't think it was a scam though. Like, I think that it was just, they messed up on the email, and then I emailed them again, and I never ended up getting that. Maybe I'll hit them up like, yo, where's that at, bro? Y'all never actually gave me that 700. And then it was like another game. I forgot. It was like Rogue Book. That was supposed to be like $1,000, and like they never also paid me for that one either. So, or either, however you say it. So yeah, like there was a couple times where, oh, and then there was another one. I forgot what game it was. It was like a mobile game, and like he said, I'll give you half now and then half later, and like I never got the other half. Like he gave me half, like he never gave me the other half, and like he just blocked me on Discord and deleted all them, and I'm like, bro, what? Or no, he never responded to my messages. Like, yo, where's the other half at? And like he never responded to me, so I was like, okay, yeah, I see how it is. He just wanted to do that, so I was like, whatever, you know. So yeah. So three times, like I actually didn't get my sponsor money for it, you know. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at those and I'm gonna be like, yo, where's that at, bro? Like, I never got that. I'm gonna hit them up like after this stream. That's like after Christmas, you know, Christmas, that's where I can spend a lot. I'm like, yo, I kind of want that in 2024. Y'all never gave me that. Where's that at, bro? Let's see here. But you know, the passkey only got its drawbacks. Yeah, I've actually had somebody try to hack before, but I have super encryption on my channel. Like I have like super like 2-step link to the phone and all of that. Like if anybody tries to change anything, it'll instantly beam me up, Scotty. Like my phone goes nuts. Like it pops up right away. Somebody says somebody does this, because like I've had somebody try to do stuff. Like I ain't gonna say, like I know who it was too. But yeah, like they were doing stuff like when I was out. But yeah, I got everything locked up now, you know. So yeah. Only sponsors that are fine are, in my opinion, are VPN, mobile games, gadgets, and that's it. I mean, yeah, it's pretty. I mean, no, there's other ones like regular games. Like Nintendo sponsored me for like Paper Mario and Emio, or is it Emio? Emio. So no, they're good too. they're fine. Square Enix, they sponsored me for a couple different. They sponsored me for Romancing Saga. So yeah, you'll have actual like Atlas has sponsored me like Persona 3 Reload, Persona 5 Tactica. So yeah, no, there's game developers that are actually like good sponsors too, like game publishers. I've done a couple. Have I done one Raid Shadow? I did like one Raid Shadow Legends. They didn't like the fact that I didn't get enough people to sign up. So like they were like, oh, they tried to hit me up again. They're like, but they were trying to offer me like almost like nothing. So I was like, no, I ain't gonna do it for like nothing, like that low. So yeah. But yeah, man, it's crazy with these sponsors. It's crazy with these fake scams, and like it's always like some type of crypto BS nonsense. Like these people are losers, complete losers who do stuff like this, man. Like, what are you doing? You know, like what are you doing? You think they would lose the Genesis tier off NSO if Sega did their own subscription? I don't think they'd lose the Genesis tier at all. I just think that they would probably stop supplying as many games for the Genesis tier. So yeah. So I think that's what happened. I was in the live chat for YouTuber who has 60 million subs. He only had 500 viewers in the chat. I mean, live streams, honestly, like if you have 60 million subscribers, that doesn't mean you're gonna get 16 million people to watch your stream, or even 1,000 people or 2,000 people. I mean, chances are you probably will, but a lot of times, like these people that have a lot of subscribers, it's based off of like YouTube Shorts, or it's based off of just like kids watching, you know, just like off the cuff on like the main page. So they're not gonna watch a live stream. They're just gonna watch their videos like on autoplay and things like that. So yeah, live viewers and subscribers aren't always, you know, intertwined. You know. Also depends on what you're playing, what you're doing. You know. So yeah. This one time I was performing on stage with my band, and I said that this concert was sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, and nobody laughed. That is such an online YouTube joke. Nobody IRL would even know what the heck you're talking about. Yeah, if I said, yeah, guys, everything's sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, they'd be like, okay. Like, yeah, so definitely fell flat on that one. I work at Cisco, and I see a ton of phishing emails every day. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, Huddy. Phishing emails, people trying to get everything, bro. It's crazy. So yeah. Crazy. With AI technology, I just know them scammers will use it for evil. Yeah, AI, I mean, it's already being used for certain things, but I mean, like I said, that's why we gotta be vigilant. We gotta be vigilant, boys and girls. That's crazy though. What this man said. This is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah. Everyone's like, what the heck is a Raid Shadow Legends? That's what they were thinking. Especially around the holidays. Yeah, around the holidays, people are thirsty, man. They're desperate. But it can happen anytime, though. It can happen anytime. So it can happen anytime. It can be something that happens, and, you know, it can be something that happens, and it just, like, it hits you. You know, it hits you like a brick. So yeah. Pokemon YouTuber John Stone got hacked a couple weeks ago. He has 600+ subs, and he gets like over 1 million views per video. Thankfully, he got it back a few days. Yeah, YouTube will. I mean, if it's a super big channel, YouTube usually is pretty good with getting their channels back. Like if you're verified, I think one of the big things is that he's not verified. The fact that, I mean, verified channels, they're like, oh, okay, YouTube trusts them a little bit more. But like unverified channels, not so much. You know, not so much. I don't know what they found in their inspection of that guy's 62K Halo channel though. Like, did he know that it would? Was there a cut of this? Like, was he involved in the scam? Like, I don't see why they would not, because they said that they reviewed it, they looked at it and said that they're still going to keep it banned. So they found something in there, because this is the first time that I've seen YouTube, from a case that I've seen online, that I've seen YouTube say, we're not going to reverse that. Like, it's always like, oh yeah, they get their channel back, right? I think Urcha, she got hacked, Urcha Gaming, you know, and usually people get their channels back, but it's crazy that they said, no, we're not. And they said they reviewed it. So what happened there? I wish I would know more. Yeah, AI is definitely a double-edged sword, you know? Hey, what's up, Tony Carter? Did that one trophy collector get his PSN account back? I don't know if he did. The Hakum? Yeah, I don't know if Raccoon got it. No, I'm joking. So yeah. So yeah, Urcha Gaming is great. She's the main one who got me into Atelier. Yeah, she's a great Atelier creator. Biggest complaint from YouTube creators that customer service response is bot. Yeah, the customer service is not great. It's not, but it's not bad. Like, you can still talk with someone if you're verified. They'll get somebody on there with you a little bit quicker. So yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, shout out to Psychopie. But yeah, let's go and let's move into some more. Actually, I have more Switch rumors. I actually have more Switch rumors to go over. Actually, or no, I don't have more. It was the same thing. It was the same exact thing. Oh, they just talked about the dock. All right, here we go. The dock. Okay. Believe it or not, that's not. The Verge was able to share details on the kickstand. The Switch 2 will have, according to The Verge, a U-shaped rail. There's the U-shaped rail or kickstand, according to the photo that Next Handheld shared with me. So he actually showed them the handheld or the Switch 2 with the kickstand out in like a rounded U shape, right? So it'll be like a rounded U shape, not like a round like that, like an oval, but rounded kind of like that. So, The Verge also shared details according to the photo Next Handheld shared with me. The Verge also shared details of a photo they saw on the dock having big feet around back, one's positioned so it can lie down horizontally without blocking a set of vents. This, combined with info from Next Handheld alleging that the Switch 2 dock has a 60-watt rating and the console itself has a 45-watt rating, suggests that, if true, the Switch 2 will be more powerful when docked, just like its predecessor. So yeah, since it won't be trying to conserve battery life, so then it'll let it draw more of a power source, so therefore it can render higher resolution, you know, so there you go. Like how The Verge referenced my subreddit summing up the Next Hand. Yeah, well, they reached out to the guy. No, they didn't just reference it. They actually reached out to the guy, and the guy gave them information, like showed them the pictures. So yeah. Show them the pictures. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. More power. Yeah, just like the regulars, just like the standard Switch 1, you know? So yeah. Wow! 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 Let's see, I'm telling you that dock with the fan. The dock with the fan. So yeah. Gonna be strong. I think it's gonna be a decent powered system. I don't think it's gonna be like a trash powered system. Like, I think it's gonna be decently powered overall. It's not gonna be like the most, oh my god, craziest thing, you know, power wise, but I think it's gonna be good. You know, I think it's gonna be good. So yeah. Let's see, do you think they'll ever do dock exclusive games or features on games? Dock exclusive? Features, maybe. Games, no. I don't think so. Because that wouldn't benefit the consumer if you have dock... Like, especially if they decide to sell, like, a dockless Switch 2, which they probably will. Like, they'll sell, like, a light version of it. So they probably will do that. So I doubt they'll do that, but I mean, I can see maybe some extra features, sure, you know, because we even get some extra stuff just like right now, like with the Switch 1, you know, but I don't know about like actual, like, you know, games. Because I won't overhype. I think it'll be as powerful as base PS4. Based off the information that we have now, no, it'll be better than PS4, base PS4. So it's not even about overhyping. It's about like what's actually out there that seems more verified than anything. So being more stronger than base PS4 is easy to do in today's day because technology is more modern and new. So even if you look at it like on paper, you know, how much it is, the new technology just makes it immediately better, you know?
Well, what do we have here today?
Nintendo
My good
Prime
buddy
Ultra
OJ reading out some Switch 2 rumors. Why are you trying to take away my gravy, man? There can only be one Switch 2 rumor guy, and that's me.
Not some,
Whoa.
bro.
Now play some Tekken music because it's time to throw hands.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, maybe like portable, it'll look like it'll be as strong as a PS4 or something like that. Maybe that'll be the case. But docked, definitely based off like the T239 and like what we've gotten so far, definitely seems like it's gonna be better than a base PS4. seems, and like the RAM, apparently like how much RAM it's gonna have, like all the different factors kind of show that it's actually gonna be a little bit better than that. But once again, we'll see. Maybe like handheld mode, it'll be just like a base PS4, but then docked, it'll be better than that. But from what we've seen, like I said, 239, what we've gotten so far, definitely seems like it's going to be better than that. And the CPU is 100% going to be better than the base PS4 CPU. Like that PS4 CPU is not great. So it's, I know for 100% fact that the CPU is going to kill it from the PS4 CPU. So yeah. All right, let's see here. Let's get this next one up. And that's going to be Tekken. All right, Snow Castle. This is a great track. I can see Sony aggressively buying time exclusive once Switch 2 is out. That's why you need your own exclusives. So it doesn't matter if they buy time exclusives. Like, you have your own exclusives. So that's the reason why exclusives are so important. You don't know what the competition's doing. Yeah. Rumored dev statement, play modern games on Switch 2 in 2025. A lot of modern games come to PS4 as well. Like, Elden Ring is a modern game, and it's on the PlayStation 4. You know? Like, the new Elden Ring game that's coming out next year is a modern game, and that's also going to be on PS4. So a lot of games, like, you know, Tales of Arise, that's somewhat of a modern game, right? That's also on PS4. Like, a lot of games are on PS4. You know? So it can be a modern game and be on PS4, you know? Essentially. Hell, even God of War Ragnarok, that's also on PS4. Like, look how good that game looks. That's also on PS4. Horizon Forbidden West, that's also on PS4. That's a modern game, that's also on PS4. So yeah. I mean, there are obviously other big games like Spider-Man and Astrobot. Astrobot absolutely could have been on PS4. If they really wanted to make Astrobot on PS4, they could have made Astrobot on PS4. And it would have ran and looked great too. So yeah. Elden Ring was made with the PS4 in mind. It's made from the engine that they've been using since like the freaking PS3 days. So it's just something that they've been using. It's like the same, what was it? Starfield. That was made on the same engine that they've been using since like what, Oblivion? They've been upgrading it and adding to it, but yeah, a lot of, you know, it's just some engines are older than that, you know. Like even like Mortal Kombat 1. I think Mortal Kombat 1, did they, oh God, what'd they use for that one? I know, like, the last Mortal Kombat game before Mortal Kombat 1, like, it's Unreal Engine 3, and they just keep on modifying it until it turns into something completely different. But that's Unreal Engine 3, which Unreal Engine 3 was, like, made for, like, freaking PS3 and 360, you know? so, yeah. So, people think GTA 5 can't run on OG Switch, but I'm like, did y'all forget this was a base PS3 game? Yeah, exactly. I mean, GTA 5 could. If they really wanted to, they could. So yeah. From Software still using the same engine from Demon Souls. I guess that's one of the reasons why they're able to actually create games pretty quickly though. Like why it doesn't take like super long for them to continuously create games. Because they're not changing engines all the time and worrying about that. Like, you know. So I think that's one of the big reasons why they're able to be pretty consistent with the releases. We're actually talking about PS4 performance, 12-year-old hardware, older architecture, no RT, no DLSS, no SSD, bad CPU, beating my mobile CPU's PS4 performance is no longer impressive. Yeah, I mean, I'll say this, PS4 in my opinion is still very good though. Like it's still not bad. Like games can still look really good on PS4. Like Elden Ring looks good on PS4. It doesn't look bad. I'm playing Neo right now. Neo's I'm playing on PS5, but it's a PS. You can tell it looks like a PS4 game, and that still looks pretty good. Like I said, a lot of diminishing returns. Like a lot of games, developers are going to opt for like better frame rates, or they're going to opt for like, you know, we're not going to spend $5 billion on graphics, you know, because just because something is powerful doesn't mean you're going to use all its power, you know. A lot of devs are going to be like, hey, look, we're going to just we want to have this look. We're not going to spend like, we're not going to take, you know, have to have like 30 people working on graphics, you know, like we just want to make it a bit smaller. We want to make it look good, but it doesn't have to be top of the line PS5 game, you know. It can just be like good. It doesn't have to look like the greatest thing ever. And that's what they're doing, man. Like that's what you're seeing for like a lot of games. Like a lot of games do not use the whole even as great as like a PS4 could be, or as great as like a PS5 could be. So like not every developer is going to do that, and rightfully so. You know, we don't need every developer blowing everything on graphics. Can't say PS4 looks bad when you see That's true. Last of Us Part 2 looks incredible. I mean, although I did play it on a PS4 Pro. I mean, so I was playing it on a PS4 Pro. But it looks just as good, or almost as good on a regular base PS4. I mean, your base PS4 might blow up, but it still looks good. So yeah. Call me spoiled, but I can't play games in 30 frames. Give me okay graphics, smooth 60. I mean, yeah, I get it. Like the more and more as we go along and get further, more games are standard 60. Ow. It's harder to actually play games in that. Like for me, I put more time into my PlayStation 5 this year than my Switch because yeah, I kind of want to play the games in 60 frames. You know, I don't need to have that as a requirement 100%. And some games actually can't hit 60 and stay in 60. And it looks worse than a game running in 30. A perfect example of this is Elden Ring. That game runs in 60, kinda, on the PS4. And for some reason, it's really weird, like 60. Whereas, like, Kirby and the Forgotten Land runs in 30. But that feels more fluid and better than, like, you know, than the game that, you know, Elden Ring. So, for me, it's also about, like, the input latency. Sometimes the developers, they do 30 frames, but it feels terrible. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth feels abhorrent and it's 30 frames. Like its graphics 30 frames. It's like the worst 30 ever in the world. Like it does not feel fluid. It does not feel great to play. I need to put on the performance mode to even for it to be like good enough. But like Kirby runs in 30 and feels great to play. You know, like I mean obviously 60 would be better, but I didn't really have like, oh my god, it's in 30, I can't play it. It actually felt better than a lot of games that have higher frame rates. You know, so I think that there's more to it than just the frame rate. Like input delay, latency, all those things are like very important as well, you know, and also the type of game that it is. So yeah. What's up, Danny Owen Gamer? Hey, Mr. OJ, you look buff today. You know what? I'll be honest, guys. I have been working out a lot more than usual. I have been working out a lot more. I'm getting older, so you know, health insurance is. I don't know what's gonna happen in health insurance, and we got people getting executed. Not to get into politics and all that, but I don't know what's gonna happen with health insurance. And I want to eliminate any costs of me of like going to the hospital or something happened to me because I'm unhealthy. You know, I have a bachelor's degree in kinesiology, so I know exactly what exercising is and why you should. And I exercise, but man, a lot of the health concerns that people have is because they didn't exercise, they didn't lift weights, they didn't, you know, eat healthy and things like that. So, I mean, sure, doctor, I'm gonna have to go and get checkups and all that, but a lot of the stuff that happens in life, if it's not genetic, right, it can be, you can stop visits to the hospital or hospital bills if you just eat good, exercise, work out, lift weights. So I've been lifting like I lift like 5 or 6 times a week now, you know, throughout like the week. I lift almost every single day now. So I've been lifting a lot more. More than because I usually only lift like 2 to 3 times out of the week. But now I've been lifting like 5 to 6 times out of the week. Different types of lifts, stuff like that. Because I'm like, man, I don't know what's going to happen with insurance going forward, man. These bills are going to start like if I have to go to the hospital visit for something, man, I ain't trying to pay all that. So I'm going to try to be as healthy as possible. But especially as you get older, more health concerns. As you get older, more health risk goes up. So I do not want to end up in the hospital. So I'm going to try to eat healthy, exercise, lifting weights is so good for you, man. It's so good for your body. So good to help you not break your bones, help you, you know, just help muscle tissue be good so you don't get like degenerative muscle tissue issues. It's just so good for your body. So that's why I've been lifting a lot more. So thank you. I appreciate that noticing, I guess. But yeah, lift weights, guys. Lift weights, exercise, eat healthy, stay out of the hospital. You know, stay out of the hospital. So yeah, man. I hate hospitals, man. No, I don't hate hospitals. I hate going to the hospital. I hate going there. I don't like going there. So the best way to stay away from me is like, you know, like I said, exercise, eat healthy, lift. Let's see. Insanity workouts. Oh, yeah, I remember those. Those were good. Agree, not every dev will push hardware to the limit, but successor will fit to play PS5, Xbox Series. They didn't get with NVIDIA, make backward thinking, unambitious system. Yeah. Let's see here. I don't lift weights, but I do push-ups every morning, 145 pounds. I would definitely say at age 33, you got to start lifting some weights, brother, because push-ups are good. Don't get me wrong. They'll get your muscles, but you still got to do your legs. You're not getting anything for your leg muscles. So as you get older, those that muscle tissue in there, that bone density starts getting a bit stiff. The collagen starts being zapping and it starts going on a downward decline. You want to get some solid bone bending going. You guys know about bone bending? your bones that have collagen in it, they get kind of rubbery. Like, oh, here's my boy's little toy that he has here, like that he like grabs on like the little playpen that he has. Your bones are kind of like, your bones bend, right? As you get older, they get more stiff. If you don't lift weights and you don't like lift and all that, that decline of the collagen that makes your bones rubbery to keep you, you know, from like breaking your hip from walking or running or something, it gets more and more stiff and harder. If you run and if you squat and if you, you know, lift weights, it helps decrease that decline. No matter what, it's going to go down, but it helps flatten it out. That's why some old people, when they get old, they can walk around and move around and be fine. And some old people, they're like, because anytime they take it feels like their bones are rickety, like, you know, about to chip and shatter because they didn't do enough exercise. They didn't do enough bone bending. So push-ups are good, don't get me wrong, but you got to get like that shock of like absorbing and bending and helping with that. And of course, eat right, you know, do stuff that helps, like with calcium, helps your bones be strong and all that. But what you want to do is you want to make it to where, like, by the time that you're like 60, 70, 80, like, you're not feeling like your bones are like sharp and can chip and break by you simply walking down a flight of stairs, right? That's why, like I said, some old people can move around no problem, and then some old people are like, you know, and that's because their bones are just so stiff. There's no collagen in those bones. There's nothing that's keeping it springy and absorby, and it's just super, like I said, one false move, boom, there goes, crack, there goes your hip, you know? So that's the big thing for me. So I say push-ups are good, but I would say get some squats in there, get some weights, 20-pound weights, start doing some squats and press, right? Start getting some full body range and movement in there. So yeah, that's what I would say. Can't sit playing video games extended amounts of time without needing to move. Yeah, exactly. I try to wake up in the morning, just kind of get everything done in the morning. I'll just go like, and like for me, I don't like going to the gym. I don't like, to me, I'm lazy. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to be around other people like in the gym. So I just lift in my backyard, you know, or even if you don't have a backyard, like if you live in an apartment complex, just get some weights. They're on sale right now for Christmas. Buy some weights and just go out into the front, into like the apartment complex right in front of your place and just boom, just hit them out there. 20, 30 minutes in the day. You'll feel better. Your legs will feel better. Do some like lunges, do some like squats and press. Like I said, you don't got to spend a ton of money. All you got to do is that. And then just maybe like run around the apartment complex for like 10, 15 minutes. Just do that. And you do that like 5, 6 times a week. Bro, your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s are going to be a lot better. Trust me. And my wife, she works with people that are at certain ages like that. And yeah, a lot of them, man, they'll tell her, yeah, they have so much regret. They have so much regret. They're like, man, I should have exercised because, you know, I should have eaten better. They're just filled with regret in their life, you know, because it's like, man, now I can't move as well. Like, I can't do this, I can't do that. And like, that's the last thing that you want when you're old. You want to enjoy your old age, you know? You don't want to be like, oh man, I can't move or anything like that, right? It sucks. It sucks getting old. So that's what I would say, guys. Like, that'd be the best thing to do is like take at least 20, 30 minutes a day to really just, you know, pound out that lifting weights, run around a little bit, get your body to shock and absorb something before you go about, you know, your other stuff. Yeah, even walking's good. I mean, it's good, but you want to get a little bit more than that. But yeah, even that, I mean, that's better than nothing. Me working outside, running lines, cable poles, crawling through crawl space, adding help. Oh yeah, bro. Hey, I told you so. My air conditioner went out over the summer. And like I was looking to see like a little thing like for like to put like the different type of air conditioner to see if I can get it started. Bro, I went up into the crawl space and I had to like lift myself up. I was drenched in sweat just by doing that. I mean, and to be honest, I would have fell if it wasn't for how strong my upper body is. But yeah, I can only imagine you doing that like all day, bro. Super Christian Mule with the $1 donut says, "Sup, OJ? I know we talking health insurance, but can you believe Luigi's Mansion made headlines? Oh, did I say mansion?" Oh, that's not funny. That's not funny. It kind of is, but that's not funny. Shout outs, man. I appreciate it. So yeah. Only problem with being fit is if you get injured, they always assume it's fitness related. If you get injured, they always assume it's fitness related. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's a thing. over here where I'm at, maybe where you're at. But I mean, it depends on what type of injury. I mean, if you break your leg, then yeah, they probably think it's fitness related, you know? But if you get like internal injury, like you get like the flu or you get something like that, I mean, usually it's not fitness related. Just could be like you just got it from somebody else, or you know, you just got germs somewhere, maybe, you know, I mean, it could be, but yeah. The Niners should hire you so they don't get hurt all the time. It's just bad luck, man. Let me tell you something about the NFL and the guys that play in the NFL. Those guys are superhuman. Being able to play in the NFL is crazy. The amount of rigor, the amount of stress, the amount of things that you have to do to be tough enough and to be good enough to play in the NFL is insane. Injuries happen, you know, when it's just part of the game. Our bodies were not built to be slamming into each other and to be running, cutting on a dime, tackling. They're just not built for football. Football is like, look at how easily it is for your knee to be blown into smithereens. You know, like Brandon Ayuk, man, he's running. He's not even that tall. He's only about 6 foot. He's running. He catches the ball. This guy comes in super low and blows his knees to Swiss cheese in like half a second. Like, our bodies are not built for somebody to be diving into your knees full speed. And that's why you see so many ACLs, so many knee injuries. It's just, our bodies are feeble, man. Like, our bodies are not, we're like a weak species compared to, like, you play like a video game like Mass Effect and you're seeing all these like different stuff. And yes, we know that Mass Effect might not be real, right? Whatever. But like, you see all these different species. They got like multiple hearts. They've got like tougher skin. And like, you compare that to humans and like, we're like, bro, we can get cut by a piece of paper and be like, ah! How many of y'all got a paper cut? And it's like the worst thing in the world. Like a freaking paper cut. Like a piece of paper can cut us to where it's uncomfortable. Like, our bodies are weak, man. So in order to play football at any type of good level, what you've got to do to toughen your body up and everything, and just that's just physical. Mentally, how you have to prepare yourself, it's just a dangerous game. That's why everyone's always hurt. Like Detroit Lions, they got a bunch of players out too. Like, it's just, you shouldn't play football. I'll just say that. But the insane amount of money that you're paid, that's the reason why people play it. But you probably shouldn't play it, you know? You probably shouldn't. Because it's too easy to get hurt. It's too easy. And to be honest, you're always hurt. When I play football, I'm always hurt. Although, not when I played semi-pro and all that, because semi-pro, like, the guys don't hit like the guys hit, like, in high school or in college or in pro. They don't hit like that. We're just kind of hitting each other. Not crazy, like, to hurt each other. But in high school, in college, and when I played pro, like, you're always not feeling your best. You're always hurt. Something's always hurting, you know? So it sucks. It's not great, but they pay so much money and football's fun. It's just a fun game to play, so people are going to keep playing it. Injuries going up and up with guys getting more and more. Like, exactly. It's more and more. So yeah. If you think football's intense, then hockey must be unfathomably difficult. No. Well, don't get me wrong, hockey is, but football, there's way more contact. There's way more bad contact than hockey, outside of people trying to punch each other at times. But hockey, yeah, you get checked into the glasses and stuff, but it's not the same type of physicality that you would see in football, no. Because the difference with hockey is that usually you're sliding and there's momentum, and then you slam somebody up against the boards. Okay. But in football, they go right at your knees. You're running a route and you're going a certain way, and there's a big field. Hockey, it's, you know, smaller. But in football, you've got guys that run super fast, and they run in opposing directions and slam right into you. So no, I would say that hockey, while it's very physical, it's not as physical as football. No. And hockey players, there's injuries, but the injuries aren't like, hockey players, best players are usually out there more than football players. Football players and the amount of injuries are definitely higher than the amount of injuries that hockey players get. I definitely think that there are more people that get hurt playing football than playing hockey. Because like I said, hockey, you're not going at guys' knees. You know, you're not going at guys' knees. You're going usually in here. You're checking them in the midsection. If the NFL said that there's a rule you can only hit guys from here to here, it would be a bit, it wouldn't quite be as physical, because the low blows, like the hip hits, the low knee hits, the chop blocks, the flipping of people, like those are the type of things that really just hurt and cause a lot of, and are really physical and cause a lot of injuries. So I played hockey. I've played before. I wasn't great, but I played. And yeah, I'd get checked, and I would check people, and I never really felt any type of way about getting checked in hockey. Like, it never felt any type of way. But football, I've been hit where it's just like, oh goodness, like my ankles, my high ankle sprains, hitting my ankles, hitting my knees, you know, Achilles, just hip hits, you know, it's just, you get hit in every part of the body. Whereas hockey, they really just kind of check you up here, you know? So yeah. So let's see here. Never knew you played hockey. Yeah, I played a little, but I played club, just 1 year of club hockey. They never had hockey in like in any schools. There are no hockey in any of the schools here in Central California, or in many places in California. They don't carry hockey as a sport. But I played 1 year of club. It was paid because they saw me playing football, and they're like, "Hey, we'll pay for you to play 1 year of club. Like, we like how fast you are. Maybe do you know how to like use a hockey stick?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I used to play street hockey when I was a kid. I'm like, I know how to use a hockey stick. I can play." So they're like, "Okay." So then I got somebody, they paid 1 year of club hockey for me. I played, and I did not like it. I'm just like, it wasn't terrible. Like, I scored goals and I played defense, and it was fun. But I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to focus on this. Like, I could have, but I just decided, nah, I'm good. You know, I don't want to play anymore. So yeah, that was my hockey experience. But no, it's cool though. Hockey's cool. But I never had any. I mean, there are injuries in hockey. Don't get me wrong, but I never got a concussion. Never felt any type of way. Like, when I played, it was, I get checked hard too. But like I said, you have the shoulder pads. They don't hit you in the knees. They don't hit you too high up top, and it just, you have your helmet on, like, it's fine. Like I said, you're usually going, and like, you're sliding, and then they'll like check you into the board. Like, you guys are both going the same direction. Now, sometimes there's some head-on hits, but most of the time it's not. It's like, oh, you see the hit coming, and like, you kind of just, and like, they check you into the board. It's not opposing direction hits like a ton, So yeah. The Niners are not doing great, Dr. Birdie. Not great this year, man. Let's see. They're also sliding, so it's less energy to keep momentum, where football players, dive. Yeah, it's a whole different type of physicality, man. It really is. It really is. I mean, like I said, hockey's physical, don't get me wrong. But not quite like NFL. Not quite like professional football. That's why, like I said, football, there's too many injuries. It becomes crazy. Football, American football is just crazy. It's just, like I said, it shouldn't be played. Hockey, I reckon, yeah, hockey should be played. It can be played. But I mean, although I will say, like, that puck, hitting that puck and that potentially flying towards your face, that's the scariest thing. That's like one of the scariest things ever, is like that, and like somebody throwing a baseball at you, like, and you having to like potentially coming at you like at 80, 90, 100 miles an hour. That's scary as hell. But that puck flying and potentially hitting you in the face, man, you know what I did, bro? I wore a full visor. I wore a mouthpiece. I'm like, hell no, I ain't gonna have you guys breaking my nose or chipping out my teeth, my permanent teeth. Hell nah, I am not doing that. So I wore a full visor and a mouthpiece. I was like, nope, no way, Jose. You guys catching me. No way. Let's see here. Hockey could have more freak injuries, though, in my opinion. Shot blocks and skate blades. I mean, yeah, there's been some freak injuries for sure, but I mean, I don't know, man. There's been some freak injuries. There's been people that are paralyzed from, and it's happened to a number of, like, there's been a number of people that have been paralyzed from playing in the NFL, so, or like partially paralyzed or paralyzed, so, yeah, it's, and like CTE, I mean, that's a thing that's been plaguing a lot of former NFL players or players that have got their brain studied. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. Not sure if it's the same with hockey players or not, but yeah, I would feel a lot safer playing hockey, then I would be playing NFL. Like, if I said which one was safer, I would say hockey. Even with the blades and even with the puck, I would still say hockey's safer. I would still say hockey's like significantly safer than NFL. Like NHL versus NFL, which one is riskier and crazier for your injuries and your health? I would say NFL. NFL is still, I would still give it to the NFL, honestly. I mean, most people aren't going to get skates to the neck, though. Most people aren't. Most people aren't going to get cut with skates. I mean, yes, it's a possibility, but the large majority of people are not going to catch a skate to the neck, like a blade to the neck. Most people are not, because you're just skating, you know? You're just skating. And that neck area is such a small target window for a blade to somehow cut you on there. It's just usually not going to happen, you know? What about MLB, the one I'm most interested in? No, there's almost no physical contact in MLB between players. I mean, yeah, sometimes you get a collision at the plate. Yeah, you can potentially get hit with the baseball, but most of the time you're not. And like I said, there's no actual contact between you and the opposing team. Like, so no, baseball's like way safer than like hockey and NFL. So yeah. So the peak of hockey injuries might be worse, maybe, but I'm not even so sure about that considering CTE, you know. Reminds me of Happy Gilmore. I was the first guy to try to use this skate as a weapon in the fight. Yeah, I know, seriously. That's how it was a thing in a movie. With the pitcher in their arm or the catcher and their knees. Yeah, but like collisions at the plate, and once again, you pitching a ball, that's not like, okay, yeah, you can hurt your arm pitching, but that's not a collision injury that's going to give you long-term like brain damage, you know? Like that's you pitching and throwing your damn arm out, you know? That's not the same as somebody bashing your head in an NFL game. No, those are two different things. Me throwing it like, oh my God, my rotator cuff, I need Tommy John surgery. That's completely different from somebody coming full speed and bashing your head in for 10 years, you know, and you potentially getting CTE because your brain got messed up. Like, those are two completely different things, brother. Trust me, if I talk about what's more safe, me throwing my arm out is a million times more safe than me playing NFL football. I can tell you that right now. Which one would you, in terms of safeness, if you had to survive, which one would you rather do? Sitting there throwing a ball, or having a 6'5", 265-pound guy that runs a 4.4 40 coming at you full speed, hitting you, you know, you going a separate way, you catching a ball, turning around, and somebody absolutely decleating you, or you sitting there throwing a ball? Like, I mean, come on now. Throwing the ball is a million, like, trust me, it's a million times safer, you sitting there and throwing that ball. Now, don't get me wrong, somebody could hit the ball, then it can come right at you, and that could definitely be a problem. That can 100% be a problem, a ball coming at you, but nothing's stopping you from, I don't think in baseball, you're allowed, if you want to wear a little face visor, and if you want to wear a mouthpiece, nobody's stopping you from wearing a face visor, a mouthpiece, and little pads underneath your clothes. So if a ball comes and hits you, boom, it hits your padding, or if it hits your visor, it hits your visor. So a lot of players just don't want to do it, but I don't think it's against the rules to wear a little face visor or glasses and wear a mouthpiece if you're a pitcher. That right there will get you, you know, I mean, obviously you can still get hit in the head, but you can wear like a little padded helmets and things like that. So, but yeah, let's talk about like what's more safe. Yeah, it's more safe to be a pitcher. It's more safe to do that than sitting here getting hit by 5,000-pound men, you know? Let's see. Yeah, they're dangerous, but most of the time, I mean, the chances of you getting hit with a, you know, it rarely ever happens. It doesn't happen very often. I mean, yes, it's happened, but you know what's guaranteed in NFL? What's guaranteed? If you're a starter, it's guaranteed that you're going to get your brains bashed in at some point. Like, it is guaranteed. If you start in the NFL, you will be hit, and you will be hit multiple. Like, it's a guarantee. MLB, it's not a guarantee that you're gonna get hit with the baseball. Like it's very rare for people to get hit with baseballs. It only happens, and when it does happen, both benches clear. They get all crazy on each other. If somebody gets hit and they think that it's on purpose, what do they? They start pointing bats at each other. They start rushing the mound. They get all nuts on each other if somebody gets hit with the baseball, right? NFL, it's like legal, and it's like what you do. It's like, oh yeah, you're an offensive lineman. You're gonna be getting pushed, getting bashed with the helmet. You're gonna be pancaked. You're going to be hit multiple times. If you're a quarterback, you're going to be tackled multiple times. If you're a receiver, you're going to be hit. If you're a running back, you're going to be slamming right into people. It's guaranteed 100% contact. It's not situational or maybe or kinda or if there's like a freak. It's like, no, this is going to happen. We're going to run the ball and we're going to get physicality 50-60% of the time. I'm going to be hitting somebody. So that's the difference. It's like guaranteed hits, you know? So that's what I'm saying here. Like all this like baseball and all, it's like chance. Oh, I might get hit with the baseball. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. It's like football, it's like, no, you're gonna get hit and you're gonna get hit all the time. And a lot of times you're gonna get hit hard. You know, like you're gonna get slammed into, you know? So that's the difference, you know. Yeah, as an NFL starter, man, like you see it on TV and it doesn't look that bad, but I'm telling you, if you're on the field, you're like, ooh, I remember I used to watch, like, when I played college football, I used to, like, play at a junior college. And that was pretty high level. Like, we were a pretty good junior college. I was not a starter. I was, like, third string, whatever. So I barely got into the game, if I got into the game at all. I remember watching sideline and seeing those guys hit each other. And it was just such, the intensity from just high school to junior college. Not even, like, you know, like Alabama or like the highest, like just junior college. And the guys were huge. The guys were fast and they would hit, bro. And you would hear just collisions. I'd just be like, like it's one thing to watch it on TV, but I'm telling you, if you're there on the sideline and you can hear it and you can almost feel the waves, like the shock waves of guys hitting, and you're like, damn, man, like that's, maybe I don't want to play this game. Maybe I don't want to play, man. It's wild. And like I said, that's just junior college. It's not even like the highest level football. That's junior college football. Like I said, we were a good team, though. We were a very good team. There was multiple guys on that team that I played with that went on to get scholarships, full ride, to play at big schools. Like, one guy got the quarterback. He got to play like at Western Michigan. Another guy that got to play at Syracuse. Another guy that played in Nevada. Another guy that went on to play like at NC State. Like there was a bunch of guys that got scholarships to play. So it wasn't like it was, like I said, weak level football. There were guys that were college, D1, and one guy actually even got to the NFL. He was on the Colts practice squad, wide receiver. I think there might have been another guy or two, but anyway. Oh no, two guys. There was one guy that actually played for they were called the Redskins at the time. I mean, they're the Commanders now, but he played for the Washington Redskins. Brandon Bates. I played with him. He was like fat little dude, 5'5", the fastest dude I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, like when you saw him and he would run full speed, sometimes like he would try to run people over at full speed, momentum would just hit people. I'm just like, this dude's running like a 4.3 40, slamming right into somebody, and it's just like, ooh, he's small, but he brings some hits, you know? So yeah, man. Which I went to a rugby game and I lived in Australia, and they were kicked and bleeding from the nose during the kickoff. You can see on the jumbotron, it was brutal. Oh yeah, rugby is very brutal for rugby as well, man. OJ, in your opinion, what do you think is the best shoes for basketball? The best shoes for basketball? I have no idea, House King. I'm not sure. I don't really play basketball anymore. But when I did play, I just wore like some default Nikes, like just like the Nike like the nice Nike basketball shoes. I never wore like any like LeBron's or anybody's shoes, but I would just wear the nice Nikes, just like the Nike basketball shoes. Like I forgot what they were called when I was playing, but yeah, I just wear those. So yeah, but I'm not sure what they were. I just go buy some like $70, $80 basketball shoes from like at the store. You know, I just played with those. Not sure. I mean, I wear Jordans a lot, but those are not. Jordan 1s are like terrible for basketball. They're like the worst basketball shoes ever. How effective is the Guardian cap in the NFL? I think the Guardian cap is very effective. because the guardian cap will absorb the impact of the blows to the head. If you're wearing a guardian cap and you have the padding underneath, plus you have the guardian cap, that's going to be way more effective at stopping impact and blows. I think everybody should wear it. I think everyone should wear the guardian cap. And for those who don't know, the guardian cap is, so think of like a normal NFL helmet, and then think of like an extra like thick layer of padding on top of that. So inside of your helmet, you have padding, and then you have like a hard casing, but then like that's it, right? But then the guardian cap, what it does is that you put it on top of the hard part on the outside, and it's like thick. It's like this thick of padding. So yeah, that actually helps a lot. Like I would have wore one. If I was still playing, I would have absolutely wore a guardian cap, yeah. Protects your brand. I think it's good. I think it's going to help maybe eliminate, you know, or at least drastically decrease CTE, you know, in the next, if everybody starts wearing it, it'll be better and better. Plus, they've changed the rules, you know, they changed it to where you can't go high. They're fining players for lowering their heads. So I think overall, effectively, you know, in the next 10, 20 years, 30 years, maybe CTE goes away. CTE, well, maybe not 10 years, but maybe 20 years, if everyone starts wearing guardian caps and they've changed the rules enough, I think CTE just might go away. You just might end up with, like, you know, Swiss cheese bones and knees and ankles from playing. But at least you're not going to get CTE. You know, at least that's going to be off the table. Because I know when I was playing, bro, I'm telling you, some people got CTE, like, after 2 hits. I'm joking right there. But no, man, like, it was brutal. When I played, concussions just started becoming like, oh, you've got a concussion. Like, when I started playing in high school, like, even then, it was still kind of like, concussion, what's this concussion thing, you know? But when I was playing, like, Pee-wee, when I was playing, like, junior high, like, man, what's a concussion? You would see stars, and you're just like, yeah, drink some water, you're good, you know? So I know that there was a lot of guys that went undiagnosed concussions, like, straight up concussions, undiagnosed, go back into the game and play, you know? So yeah, played Pop Warner football at the Boys and Girls Club way back in the day. After 2 weeks, I realized it was not for me. Yeah, that's where you people realize that football's not for you. You usually play Pop Warner, or you play like your first year in high school, and you're like, it's too hot, too much hitting, too much lifting weights, too much exercise, it's too stressful. I don't want to play. That's why most people quit. Most people quit. Most people that start football quit football because it's just, and it's not, there's a lot of times when it's not fun, but you know, I just kept playing because I was good at it, you know. Parents letting their kids play football has been a huge issue. I'm gonna let my kid play football. I don't care. Like, and the reason why I'm gonna let him play because like in today's day, man, like they don't even hit high. Like, it's a penalty if you hit high. You know, they have the guardian caps. It's way safer now than it was when I was playing. So I'm gonna let him play. And have you seen how much they're paying for, like, star athletes? Did you guys see how much that guy paid for the #1 recruit in the nation as a quarterback? They paid him $12 million to go to Michigan. What the hell? Like, I'm going to train my boy and also my nephews. My nephew can throw, and he's going to be tall. I'm going to become his agent. I'm going to be an agent in, like, 22 years. I'm going to be an agent. Because my nephew is going to be a quarterback. I already know. He's going to be a quarterback. That dude's throwing every day. He's throwing. And he already processes like, oh, that guy's open. And he's only 5. And that dude can process already a little bit. And he can throw. He's got an arm on him. And he's going to be tall. His dad's tall. His dad's like 6'2", 6'3". And that dude's huge for 5 years old. He's massive. That dude's going to be a quarterback. And then my boy, he's going to be a running back. I already know. This dude's already running, taking off, already running. I can already hand him the rock right now. And he's already running. That boy's they're both going to play. Because by the time that they get the NIL deals, by the time that in 20 years, those NIL deals are going to be insane. Those NIL deals are going to be nuts. They're already paying guys $700,000. Even like mediocre players are getting paid $700,000 a year to play at schools. Getting paid $1 million, getting paid, you know, all sorts of stuff. Getting sponsorship deals. I didn't have all that. Those boys are playing. What if your son ends up being tall? You can play running back and be tall. There's a lot of tall running backs in the NFL. A lot of guys are tall these days, like, you know, and play NFL and play football or play running back. Like, a lot of guys are 6'1", 6'2", play running back. Yeah, like the whole short running back thing. Like, that's like, Yeah, there's a lot of short running backs, but that doesn't mean, like, if you're tall, you're going to instantly play receiver or something else. Like, there's a lot of guys that are 6'1", 6'2", that play running back in the NFL. Like, even the Niners, they got Garendo. He's like 6'1", plays running back. What's it called? Jordan Mason, that running back that they have behind Christian McCaffrey, he's 6'2". Christian McCaffrey's about 6 foot, you know. So, no, there's a lot of guys that are taller now that are playing running back. Yeah, Derrick Henry's super tall. Gus Edwards, the guy for the Chargers that just played on Thursday Night Football, he's like 6'1", you know. He's like 6'1". There's a lot of tall, tall running backs now. So, yeah, I don't care if my boy's 6'1", 6'2". The boy's gonna play running back, and he's gonna be good. He's gonna be good. Like I said, there ain't no way out of it. And it's so funny because I remember my sister was like, no, these boys are not playing, because she has 2 boys. So she's like, they're not playing. She was adamant that they're not going to play football. Man, she saw an article, and she started hearing about how much these boys are making. Like, I told her, I'm like, yo, you know Dak Prescott makes like $60 million, right? And she said, what? When Dak Prescott signed the contract for $60 million? From that point on, I never heard her say anything about these boys aren't playing football. Her attitude, she starts buying them footballs. She straight up bought them footballs. She's letting them watch. After I told her that, oh, there was not a single word about these boys not playing football. I swear, I'm not even joking right now. I'm not even exaggerating. Legit. After that, Dak Prescott got that contract, she said, what? Excuse me? I said, yeah, they're paying him $60 million. She said, what? She said, are you serious? I said, I'm dead serious. All of a sudden now she's like, oh yeah, throw the ball. Throw the ball. She's telling him, throw the ball. My brother-in-law's like, oh yeah, throw the ball, throw the ball. They have no idea about football, but man, they're all football now, you know? All it took was knowing that Dak Prescott made $60 million. All of a sudden now, oh, they can play. They're playing. That's all it took, man. That's all it took. Ninty Prince says, why do you rarely talk about Nintendo nowadays? Why do I rarely talk about Nintendo nowadays? I'm not sure if I rarely talk about Nintendo nowadays. If you look at my videos, let's see, my video today was about Nintendo. My video yesterday was about major Nintendo Switch RPG news. My video the day before that was big Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 leak update. Big Astral Chain Bayonetta 4 update. Those are Nintendo. Big Mario Kart 9 Nintendo Switch 2 update. Big Bravely Default Dragon Quest Nintendo updates. The Game Awards, Nintendo was in there. Well, actually, no, there was no Nintendo stuff there. Talked about Monolith Soft. Talked about Monolith Soft Next Big RPG. Talked about my top 10 best Nintendo Switch games of 2024. Talked about Xenoblade Chronicles X. These are all the videos that I've recently done. Major Fire Emblem game, Switch 2 update, Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake, Donkey Kong update. So I don't know what you're talking about, brother. I talk about Nintendo all the time. I had a video today talk about gamers actually believe this about Nintendo exclusives. I had that video today. So I'm not sure where you're hearing this from. So yeah. I'm not sure. Let's see here. What's more there to say about Switch 2? The holiday season will be quiet. They reveal in January, February. Yeah, they're probably going to talk about it more in January, February. What's the best way to improve cardio, swimming or running? Swimming's good for like full body workout, but running's the best way. What Nintendo remake do you want for Switch 2 that ain't rumored yet? Nintendo remake? I'm not sure. Obviously, you advocate for a healthy diet and exercise routine, but what does it exactly look like for you, OJ, diet-wise? I eat a lot of protein. I eat like a lot of grilled chicken, protein. I have a lot of vegetables, spinach, lettuce, or not really lettuce, like spring mix. So that's like kale and like spinach. I have like a lot of peas, corn, green beans. Yeah. So that's really it. Just protein, vegetables, and fruit. Yeah, I eat mango, I eat apples, and yeah. So fruit, vegetables, spinach, greens, and protein. Yeah, I do eat eggs as well. I do have eggs and egg white, you know. But I don't do too much because of the cholesterol on eggs. But I do like a lot of like egg whites. I do egg whites. You know, I do like egg whites quite a bit. I also have sometimes I have some like ham. So protein's not bad on the ham. Or no, sorry, turkey breast. So yeah. It's looking like Joyous won't be forward compatible with Switch 2. You mean the current Joy-Cons? The last rumor that we heard is that the current Joy-Cons will be compatible with the Switch 2. You just won't be able to access like whatever the new Switch 2 features are with the old Joy-Cons. But I think it actually will be, because you need to, because it's backwards compatible, so they'd have to let you use the Joy-Cons as well. But the last one that I heard was that the Switch 2 you can put the you can use the Joy-Cons, but you can't charge them. Like, obviously you can't clip them on, but you can still use them as like a Bluetooth controller. You into avocado? I'm into avocado when I remember to buy it, yeah. I don't really eat nuts too much at all, but if I remember to buy it, yeah. What do I recommend for proteins? Grilled chicken. Grilled, like the Tyson. If you go to Walmart, it's only like a green bag. At least it might be different for you, but like the grilled chicken and the Tyson grilled chicken, man, dude, the protein, it's like 44% per serving of like daily value protein. It's packed. The grilled chicken, right? The grilled chicken one, it is packed full of protein. So you eat like, you know, like I said, one serving, like the thing is like 3 ounces. You eat like 3 ounces, you're getting 44% of the daily value protein right there. You eat 2 meals and a half of that for the day, and maybe like a snack of it, you've got 100% of your daily value of protein right there. And it's not even like that much. Like so the chicken is packed with protein. Like, that's how I get mine, but obviously there's other ways to get it. You know, tuna, there's other ways. There's you know, you can use protein, you know, boosters, and like there's bars, there's all sorts of stuff. But that's how I get it. I get it through that grilled chicken, man. Do you prefer Switch 2 to have a camera or VR? Nah. I don't need a camera or VR. I don't need all that stuff. Let's see, it'd be cool to put my Splatoon Joy-Cons on Switch 2 immediately. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, you're probably not going to want to put your old Joy-Cons in the Switch 2, because the Switch 2 Joy-Cons are probably going to have new features. So you're probably going to want to use the Joy-Cons that come with the Switch 2, because those ones are going to have new features. They're probably going to have like advanced HD rumble or something else that, you know, that you're probably going to want to use, or that will be better, or that'll be more comfortable, you know. So yeah, I would say that before you start saying, oh, I want to use my old stuff, just wait for them to reveal the new stuff. Chances are like the new Joy-Cons are going to be better than the old ones, you know. Chances are, probably. Wish we get a Zelda 2 update. Zelda 2? The old Zelda? Oh, like a remake? We need Switch 2 Labo 2. Switch 2 Labo 2. Good stuff. Just be patient. They'll have 500 Joy-Con designs by the end of the year. I mean, they'll probably do a ton of Joy-Con designs for Switch 2. They'll probably do a ton. I mean, yeah, they might. But like I said, once again, House King, we don't know what features are in the new Joy-Cons. So once again, I don't think, would you rather have the new features or have something look cool? You see what I'm saying? Like, are you more about the features and like maybe like, oh man, the rumble's way better, or that it's more comfortable, or are you more worried about how cool it looks? You know, like a fashion statement. Like, so let's wait till you actually see. I mean, if there's not many new features or anything, then yeah, whatever. You know, put whatever, you know, you want on there. But I would say wait till we actually see exactly what the Switch 2 Joy-Cons can do. Then you might not want to use your old ones, you know. Have you made a top 10 games you're looking forward to in 2025 vid? I have, Nolan. It's up on the channel. So just look up most anticipated. I'll link it for you though. But yeah, I have. Yeah, top 25 most anticipated 2025 RPGs and Switch games. Yes, that is up. That was on November 10th. So check out that video if you haven't seen it. Yeah, I'm gonna link it for you right now, man. So there it is. So if you want to put it in your watch later. So, yeah. The C button will be so important. I don't know what that C button is. I'm guessing it's like connect to like their online and connect to. I mean, that's what I'm guessing. Connect to like your friends, or like a prompt to bring down. That's what I'm guessing it is. That's what I'm guessing. But I mean, it could not be that. Like, it could be something. It could be something completely different. So, but that's what I'm guessing it is. So we'll see. We will see. Let's see. Nintendo can't help but be wacky. There's some wacky feature with Switch 2. I don't know if there'll be like a wacky feature with Switch 2. I think they're just going to really evolve all their current features. I mean, there might be something, but it'll probably be separate, like a Labo. They have wacky things, but it's usually separate outside of the system. I'm not sure what's wacky on Switch 1. I guess people thought the Joy-Cons were wacky. I mean, that was kind of like a wacky thing. Like, oh, but it's kind of like a Wii Remote, you know, but smaller. And, you know, so yeah, really, Switch 2 doesn't really have anything too crazy. I'm sorry, Switch doesn't have anything too crazy. So I think it's really going to be evolution of the current things. And then, like, whatever wacky stuff that they do, it's going to be, like, software related. Like, oh, look at this thing called Labo. Oh, wow, look at this Ring Fit thingy. You know, like, they'll do it separate. So it doesn't, like, if it flops or if it fails, oh, well, we can just drop it. Like, they just drop Labo like a bad habit, right? But Ring Fit, oh, let's keep producing that. Ring Fit did well. There'll probably be a Ring Fit 2, you know? So I think that's really what it's going to be more like. It's going to be more like their wacky stuff will be outside of the base design of the system, you know, to minimize risk. What if the Switch 2 name was incorrect? It has to do with the C button. I mean, I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see, guys. That needs to focus on specs instead of gimmick. So gimmick gamers today hate gimmick. They want better graphics and performance. I mean, I don't think they need to focus more on gimmick or graphics. I think they need to focus on making the best type of games possible, which is what they usually do. Gamers do care about graphics and all that. They do, but the Switch outsold every single system that has way better graphics than it, you know? So we've had how many systems that have came out, and the Switch has outsold all of them, right? Since the PlayStation 2, like every single HD system that's stronger than the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox One, the PS4, the PS5, the Xbox Series, it's going to sell better than all of those. So there needs to be a balance. I see what you're saying for sure. There needs to be a balance though. Power and graphics, you can only do so much in a portable / hybrid system. You also don't want the system to be super expensive. So yeah, that's great. Graphics, frame rate, all that. Yes, focus on all that. Yeah, but look how expensive it is. And look at like a Steam Deck, for example, right? That costs $600 for like a Steam Deck OLED, $550 for a Steam Deck OLED. And the power in that is nowhere near the PS5 or Xbox Series. So you have to have a balance of features, of great games, of power. Like you can't just say, I'm going to make the most powerful thing. Gamers like this. Look at the Xbox Series X. That launches the most powerful system. And how is that doing? So yes, you're right. Gamers do care about that. But they also care about other things too. So, and you're making a hybrid. So you can't sit there and blow $1 billion into graphics and you end up having a system that's too expensive and people aren't drawn to some of the features. Like people are drawn to some of the cool things about the Switch, like the HD Rumble or like the Joy-Cons, like the portable design or like the different type of modes. These are the gimmicks type of things, right? People are drawn to that. So you got to have a balance, man. It can't just be all about graphics. So yeah. I'm not saying PS5 Pro level. I'm just saying Nintendo needs to stop with the non-essential gimmicks of the systems. So what would you say that is the problem with the Switch then? So how about that? You're saying they need to stop with the gimmicks of the system. So let's go to Switch. What were the problems with that system gimmicks-wise that they need to stop with? Tell me what the problem was with that then. How about that? Since you're saying that not about graphics, just stop with the. So what was the issue? Let me know. I'm actually curious. I'm not arguing. I'm just saying what was the issue that like they need to stop with this immediately. So what is that? What was the problem for you at least? Really care more about Nintendo getting more third-party games so it becomes more common to see games on every console. Yeah, that's just something that, you know, they have to work on in terms of like their relationship with third-party developers. How big games do you think Nintendo will drop a Switch 2 in the release year? How many big games? At least 4 or 5. When will Nintendo reveal the limited access secret project they held back a few months? Next month. I love trying new gimmicks. ARMS was quite fun. That's like the Joy-Con gimmick, right? Like that's like, okay, the Joy-Cons. You think we'll get GTA 4 and 5 and Call of Duty ported over to Switch 2 within the first year? Probably not, no. Third party is the biggest reason I've upgraded to Switch 2. Curious to see how many partners they get. Yeah, they'll get more, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be like the third-party games that you want per se, because you like Xbox, right? So I don't think it's gonna get you off of playing third-party games on Xbox for Switch 2. You know, like, I don't think that's gonna be a thing. So yeah. Do you think Mario Kart 9 will be cross-gen? No, I think it's gonna be Switch 2. Nintendo's the only major company that innovates in new ways. Give me those Nintendo gimmicks. There you go. Battery life is also really important. So yeah, battery life is super, super important. Like the more powerful you do or whatever the case is, like obviously it can drain the battery more. So yeah. What's up, Monolith Soft Ninja? Night Rain port. I'm pretty sure Elden Ring's been rumored, so I think Elden Ring is coming. You know. So yeah, I think it's coming, but we'll see. MK9 thoughts for that predictions vid? Yes. We gotta hold on to that though. We gotta wait. We're gonna have that prediction vid. I'm expecting more than 4 years. Not expecting more than 4 years. 4 years for what? Or 4 hours. Oh, okay. I was gonna say 4 years for what? 4 hours? Yeah, I'm expecting around Nintendo Switch Lite. I'm expecting like 4 hours. About four and I'm expecting Switch Lite. That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting Switch Lite, you know. Which would not be bad starting out, you know. Hey, what up, Abaddon? So yeah, what up? I mean, Night Rain's on PS4, Sean, so. Doesn't matter if it looks graphically intensive or not. It's on PS4. You know, it's a PS4 game as well. So, I mean, even if the game did look graphically intensive, you can still port something over. It doesn't... whether the game looks graphically intensive or not is not the decision whether the port comes or not. Like, for example, The Witcher 3. Graphics at the time, graphically intensive game. No chance or no way it should run on the Switch, but it does because they felt like it. Or like Doom, for example. No reason, that game's not on PS3 360. No reason for Doom to be coming to Switch or Doom Eternal. They felt like it. So, graphically intensive or not, like when people say, oh, well, the graphics look like this. It depends on if they want to port it or not. Could they port it? Sure, they can port most stuff. Look at the arcades to consoles. Arcades were like 1,000,000 times stronger than consoles. Bro, those arcade ports would be, they would get those games some way or somehow on there, right? But obviously we had systems that came in later, like Neo Geo or whatever the case, that could do like perfect arcade ports, or like Dreamcast, perfect arcade, share the same board, right? But yeah, if a developer wants to make something, usually most of the time, whether it's graphically intensive or not, like if they felt like porting it, they can port it. Now, how good the quality of the port is, the frame rate, resolution, what they have to do to get that to run, it's just whether they want to actually take the work to get that done or not. But there's PS5 and Xbox Series, because if they truly want it to be on Switch 2, hell, they can do it. If they truly wanted games that are exclusive to PS5 to run on PS4, they could do it if they truly felt like doing it. Now, whether they want to actually put the time and effort, and if it's even worth it, that's really more the concern. Is it worth doing all that or not? Not if, oh, it looks like it can or not. That's not how it's decided, you know? So let's see here. I thought Mario Kart Tour was technically Mario Kart 9. It's not. Saber, I know Saber, hold my beer. Then it only drops Mario Kart 9 and 3D Mario in 2025. I don't think they'll need anything else for first party. They can let third party do the rest. I think they'll drop more than that, but we'll see. So yeah. I think they'll drop more than those two, but they might. I mean, that's still, it depends on when they launch, right? How many months are left in the year? I mean, but those two games would be huge. But I personally would not let, like, only Mario Kart, 3D Mario, and Mario Kart. That's it. And then third party, nah. Me, I'd be like, yo, we need to have like another, that's just Mario. We need to have like something else. We need something else from some of these other studios to come fill in. Because like if somebody doesn't like Mario, then what, right? Like, so for me, I would probably have at least 2 more games, 2 to 3 more games, and like a variety of like different things. Like I would have something. I'd have a few other type of games, you know, outside of just Mario. So yeah. You think Switch 2 will also live like Switch 1 8 years? I have no idea. It could be that, it could be longer. I'm guessing Nintendo will actually make like a real like pro version of the Switch 2 though. So like in the next 3 or 4 years, like, oh, developers are struggling to put their games, like whatever, like we need something more powerful. I'm pretty sure Nintendo will make like a supplemental computing device dock, or like a new Switch that will make things like, I think they're going to try to future-proof it this time. Like, I think they're going to try to say, okay, we'll have some things set in place to future-proof this system. Supplemental computing device might be, like, the big thing. Like, hey, if you want to actually be able to play this game, or, like, you know, if you want to get better frames out of this game or whatever, we'll port it, But if you actually, like, you know, you need like the supplement, like the new supplemental computing device, or like the Switch Pro or something like that. So I think that, because like they've always done that, like Game Boy Color, DSi, new Nintendo Switch, you know, so, or sorry, not new Nintendo 3DS, my bad, new Nintendo 3DS, so yeah. Honest, Mario Kart Tour feels like Fire Emblem Engage, and it's more of an anniversary. Yeah, it's not. Tour is not like an actual Mario Kart, and it doesn't have the chime. It doesn't have like the base Mario Kart chime, right? So I'm pretty sure Capcom will port Street Fighter 6 to Switch too. That was also on PS4 as well. I was repeating what happened in 2017. They'll make small game like snipper clicks and have snipper clips and uses a new gimmick like arms. Yeah, 2017 was nuts though, because they had a lot of first party games. They just kind of said, here's all the first party games. So then 2018 was a little bit more light. I mean, you had Torna, you had Mario Tennis Aces. What else did you have? You had Smash Brothers. Like you had games, but you didn't have games like as many heavy hitters as 2017. So I'm pretty sure they will put out like a number of heavy hitters in the first calendar year, and then maybe it might be a little light for like the next thing. But yeah. Shout outs to Reese Pulfer. Thank you for the $2, man. Appreciate that. Combo breaks and going. It's gonna pop up here soon, guys. Let's go. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Thank you for the support, though, man. I appreciate it. Happy holidays. Even further than beyond. Let's go. Even further than beyond. Then there was repeating. Okay, I already read that. My bad. So with the 8-year predictions. I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. Right now, it's too early. It's too early to tell. It's too early to tell. Mendoza Zone. Thank you for the $1 donation, man. Appreciate that. Haven't seen that Sheik looking up towards the skies in a while. Let's go. Appreciate that, man. All right, guys. We are going to basically wrap it up here at the 3-hour mark. We're at 2:56, so very close. I want to say thank you to everybody that came out to tonight's stream. Seriously, it was a lit stream tonight. Tonight was like crazy stream. So thank you guys so much for the support. Like I said, we don't always get like the most viewers or whatever the case is, but you guys are always out here, man. I can't sit here and complain. You guys are always coming through with good questions, talking about games. It was like so much fun tonight. So I will be back probably tomorrow, you know, in the morning. Tomorrow morning, I'll be back overall, and we'll be talking about all sorts of stuff when it comes down to video games. So yeah, we'll be talking about all sorts of stuff. So it's gonna be great, man. I cannot wait for more stuff to talk about. Oh snap! Here we go. The last second. Hey, let's go. That's it. With
JoJo
the blast.
JoJo Fridays, let's go anyways. Hopefully your evening has been great so
man,
far.
Blessed.
Combo breakers.
Yes,
Even
sir.
Further beyond Happy Holidays music request F-Zero
Oh.
GX any track.
We gotta get the F-Zero GX for you, man. F-Zero GX. We gotta get the F-Zero GX for you, man. I'm gonna stay for that whole track too. It's 5 minutes. I'm gonna stay for. Shout outs to Psycho, or not Psycho Pie. Shout outs to Psycho Pie. I appreciate you though, brother. Shout outs to Vad Cent coming in with the last second. Let's go. Thank you so much, Vad Cent, blasting us all the way to the moon. To the moon and back with the 2276. Becoming the Stream Ninja and Stream Hokage. Yo, let's go. Anybody that's 2276 or more, you can bid up my man Vad Cent. Let's go. Thank you for the blast, man. That's crazy. Last second blast coming through. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are seriously goated, dude. Seriously goated. Thank you guys. You guys, I mean, like I said, the support on this channel has been nuts because we wouldn't be able to stream like I stream all the time if it wasn't for that. So I want to say thank you guys so much for allowing me to do what I do. You guys come through all the time. And like I said, it keeps everything, like I'm going to do my best to make sure that like this is like the best Nintendo RPG channel that I can do, man. So yeah, man, hype. Super hype. Thank you so much. If you haven't seen my most recent video, though, check it out. Check it out. It is up. Wait, gamers actually believe this about Nintendo exclusives. So yeah, check out that video. It was a lot of fun to make that video. I have no idea who's going to win the college football playoff because I don't know who's, like, I haven't been watching, like, who's really good or not, you know, to be honest. So I don't know who's going to win. I know Oregon is like undefeated, so I'll probably just go with the undefeated team. So I'm just gonna pick Oregon. I think they're gonna win, but yeah, it's not an informed decision. They're just undefeated, so I'm gonna pick them. So yeah. Shout outs to my man Batson. Thanks so much for the big dono, man. Appreciate that. And also, you guys know the deal. We still got JoJo Fridays in the house. Let's go. We gotta play. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. We out here. Think with all the game devs, game days on NSO, gearing up for DK games. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. House King. Yo, Clabby with the 23. Let's go.
DK Dono alert.
Clabby, the DK Donos are coming for your special stream. So yeah, DK Donos are coming, and then we'll usually leave them. Like Party Man did like a Princess Peach, like, you know, Mario, whatever, and I left a lot of the ones that Party Man did. So as long as you say give me the okay, I'm creating new DK ones. So they're all gonna be in there afterwards standard. You know, because Clabby, you the homie, bruh. You the homie. So we're gonna leave them in there standard. Trust me. Shout outs to Clabby, man. Let's go. Thank you for the support, man. I appreciate it. 185. We out here tonight. Yo, back-to-back blast Udabudos, blast to JoJo. Yo, we out here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, snapping Creosis bomb. Let's go. You guys
Just
come
here to support. What VG soundtrack should I listen to after your stream while I drive?
Dude, what VG soundtrack? Persona, no, Metaphor Refantazio, my boy, Metaphor Refantazio. Yes, sir. Let's go. Yo, thank you guys. Like I said, thank you guys so much. Hate to keep saying it, man, but like I said, it's just the facts. Like I said, views, you know, I kind of just like, on this channel, they just kind of go like, but you guys are always at least supporting, man. So I appreciate it. The streams have been super fun. So thank you guys so much for the JoJo's tonight, man. Let's go. Witcher 3 soundtrack? Hell no, that soundtrack crusty as hell. All sounds the same. You need some sauce, man. You need some sauce when you listen to music in the car. You need some sauce. You don't need some damn like movie music or like whoa ho 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 ho. Like you need some actual like legit, some like where you're like, okay, let's go. Like a lot of the Western games, they all sound the same or they all sound similar. They all sound like movie soundtracks, you know. So nah, when you're in the car, you want something lit. You don't want something like don't like sword, you know, old English and stuff. You want upbeat. You want something a little bit more smooth, or even if it's like low beat, you want something like a smooth. You want a smooth thing. You don't want a movie soundtrack in a car. Nah, fam. You want something kind of like Persona's got like upbeat. Persona's got smooth. Persona's got slow. Persona's got quick. It's got like action. It's got more variety and range. It's got good vocals and lyrics. Some songs, you know, Rivers in the Desert, you know, Last Surprise, You'll Never See You Coming. Like it's just way more lit. Like you listening to The Witcher, what are you listening to? Like no offense, Sean, but I can't recommend that, bruh. I can't recommend that. Nah, I can't. I cannot. I gotta recommend something lit. DK music's pretty good. I will say DK music is actually pretty good. I gotta give David Wise some love, man. That man knows how to do that. Cool OJ, you're welcome. Have a good night. Yes, sir. Notre Dame just beat Indiana 20-3. Oh, shout outs. Let's go. Let's go. East versus West. I mean, I'll keep it a buck. I don't like a lot of the music from like the big AAA games. They don't sound lit to me. They don't sound. I mean, they're fitting for the game, but I'm not gonna be listening to the God of War Ragnarok soundtrack. Like, I ain't listening to that. You know, like Nordic soundtrack, Iceman soundtrack and stuff. I ain't listening to that. To give me Xenoblade Chronicles 3 with its 120 tracks, lit, upbeat vocals. Nah, give me that over Western game soundtracks. Like, I saw one lady on Twitter. She put the most saddest. She's like, I listened to all this video game. She's like, what should I add? She put like Witcher, Cyberpunk, like all these like these Western AAA. I'm like, what is this? This is like the equivalent of like plain white bread. Like bologna white bread sound like, yeah, sure, you can eat it, but it's so plain. Ugh. Let's see here. Always miss to turn my car into a party when I'm driving. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. Still going 27-3 Notre Dame. 145 left. Let's go. OJ, you heard Sonic Christmas song yet from the movie? It's Sonic Christmas, pretty lit. Nah, I haven't heard it. Cyberpunk OST is fire. I'll give it that. It's not bad, but I mean, for a Western soundtrack, I mean, it's alright. It's alright. But like, it don't top like Xeno and like, you know, and like Metaphor and like Persona. I don't think it tops all those, but it's alright. It's alright. See, that's that Canadian in you, Psycho Pie. I like that. Like, oh man, Persona 3 Reload was the best soundtrack this year. Persona 3 Reload soundtrack's awesome. It's so good. It is a really good soundtrack. It's really good. SMT5 soundtrack? Oh, SMT5 soundtrack is freaking crazy because like it has all the tracks before, but then it has a ton of like remix custom tracks. Oh my gosh, it goes crazy ham, like nuts, dude. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out to tonight's stream, man. You guys are awesome. Yeah, there can be multiple goats, but it does not include Cyberpunk. It don't include that game, but I feel you though. I feel you. Cyberpunk is very good. I feel you. But all right, guys, thank you so much for coming out to tonight's stream. I do appreciate you guys. Thank you guys driving up. I need something upbeat, otherwise I might doze off. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. Thank you guys for being awesome. I love y'all. We'll see you guys back tomorrow for more. So thank you guys so much. And yeah, we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, homies. Love y'all. Thank you guys for the support tonight, man. Y'all been crazy. Thank you guys so much. All right, y'all. Peace. Deuces.